Hey, it's Ross Payne with Rule Playing Public Radio. We're playing Warhammer 40k, Wrath and Glory. We're picking up from Iota, and this is going to be part of an episodic campaign. I want to try this out, where every episode can be listened to as a one-shot, but is also part of a larger narrative. So, and this campaign will be...
Previously on Wrath and Glory.
Yes, this campaign will be called the Pilgrims, because the player characters are kind of like a group of pilgrims on a journey to, redeem themselves, meditate to gain a higher awareness of existence. I don't know. Everyone.
Or have a lot.
No, we're not doing that.
Or having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I mean, just so much fun.
Yep.
Tons.
And the tone is set for the rest of the game.
So we have, unfortunately, Sean cannot make it tonight, but we do have 4 of the pilgrims here, and they are...
Hey, this is Aaron, and I am reprising my role of Leopion of the Southern Cross, the Eldar Corsair that is ferrying this ragtag band across the cosmos.
All right.
I guess, or through the warp, or through whatever godforsaken hyperspace lane that's sustained by a literal living corpse.
All right, next up we
That
have...
would be the webway.
Yeah. Okay.
Broadside Face Ripper. Yes, I am the orc on board.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm kind of here because I find it infinitely entertaining, and I also think I'm supposed to be here among them, I think.
Gork and Mork have been actually unusually clear about this in your visions, as you are one connected to the orc gods. That there are Gork and Mork want some very particular beings smashed, and the problem is it's really hard for orcs to get to these beings, but. An orc among some umis and
and a pointy-eared bastard.
Yeah, the pointy-eared bastard. Maybe you can reach where no other orc can reach and beat the hell out of some truly worthy foes.
It's one of those like imagine like almost like that Irish guy from Braveheart. It's like, oh yes, I'll ask them. Like, if I go with you, do I get a chance to kill people?
Yeah.
We don't want teeth, so it's fine.
Yeah, you get all the teeth too. It's a win-win deal. So
I was like, I'm so rich right now.
Of course, other orcs might think that you've just been, subjected to too many concussions, or perhaps too much time spent in the warp.
I was like, well, there's been a few times I've not thought about killing. Very short, very, very short, but they worry me.
Next up we have...
Hi, this is Renee. I'm playing Battle Sister Helene. I just like fighting heresy, basically.
It's like the best thing to do.
I just want to burn the heretics.
Yep. Voted least emotive of all her battle sisters.
Except for when I'm burning the heretics.
Yeah.
And
We're gonna have to get her a flamer at some point.
So when you're burning, is your face just kind of go...
You know that
briefly.
picture of the girl where the house is burning down in the background? You know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
We'll just have 40k art version of that. Just, paint a battle sister in that exact same pose. Finally, we have...
This is Jason. I'm reprising my role as Battle Brother Kiestiel, Deathwing of the Dark Angels chapter.
And only occasionally annoying.
So where we left off in the last episode, you were making planetfall to a remote planet, and I forgot to write down the name of it, or if I even named that planet. But now it is called Skagtoria 617. Thanks, players. As you were leaving the Iota ruins station / Hulk, whatever you want to call that, the Chaos ship has shown up. Fortunately, Skagtoria does have working orbital defenses, so the Chaos ship will not be going there anytime soon. The Imperial characters can give me lore checks. As you also have a prisoner, of course, Battle Brother Pugnus. Sean's character is there, and he will just be guarding the prisoner in this episode. You do have a prisoner, a criminal named Black Cleaver. Is there? Yeah, Scholar.
Okay.
Sorry.
No problem. I just was checking.
Yeah, I forgot the exact name. Sorry, there's so many RPGs.
Right. I didn't bother to remember.
Oh, you're an RPGer.
Yeah, I got 2.
Okay.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, so Batter's sister, Helene, knows that Skagtoria 617 is a rocky and arid world with a breathable atmosphere, fortunately, but it is mostly known as a data archive of the Imperium. There is only one settlement on the planet, and it is basically a massive, heavily fortified structure where the Imperium sends out a lot of copies of data from all of its different worlds to store in a nice remote place where, these are not like the exciting records. I mean, you got, with 6 successes, yeah, quite a bit. This is not the exciting, sexy stuff like, sealed inquisitorial records. This is like the grain tithes for this world for the last 8,000 years.
Basically, it's like a publisher's clearinghouse.
Well, it's more like the Reader's Digest, like for the...
It's for 4,000,000
Yeah.
Reader's Digests.
And those boring
and
parts of the library...
Almanacs.
Yeah, exactly.
Sounds like somebody where my great-grandfather would, have laid himself to rest under a mountain of boring anecdotes.
The microfiche of
It's
the
like-
Imperium.
Order data.
A guy like a library. I can't think of a more boring place.
But it does have working orbital defenses, so it's your only safe place right now.
Well, at least it's got guns. That's good.
And you also know that you have already managed to get some information out of Black Cleaver, because obviously he's very desperate not to be killed, and says that his boss, who he only knows by a symbol, he's never met, but this symbol is known to you, and when Black Cleaver reproduces it, you're on the lead of your quarry, and you don't know if his boss is the quarry himself, or just you're working your way up the ladder, as it were. But that is the next link in your chain. He said Black Cleaver said that this planet was very important to his boss, and he says that the tech priests there have a special project going on, not just maintaining the records and keeping them nice and safe, but also there was something special going on there. So, and the Black Cleaver, was actually not a part of that Imperial Guard regiment that had been trapped up there, but rather he'd already been there and simply blended in with them, killing another guard member and impersonating him in order to, figure out how to get onto that planet and find out about that special project. So he was working his way up to mutiny all the guards so that they could then storm the planet and take it over and find out what the project was. So that's your lead.
Okay.
And so you are making planetfall on the settlement in, I believe, the Eldar shuttle.
Yep.
So the first thing is going to be, please don't shoot me.
Yeah.
So who wants to take that up?
You
Sound human on the Vox.
I do, and I have good persuasion, so
You want me to talk to him?
maybe as a last resort.
You don't want me talking to anybody.
Okay, I guess. All right.
Go ahead. Yeah, no, I take penalty checks when talking to people, so
All right.
my burden.
And sorry, I forgot with the dice
I was
rolling.
not
So
voted most likely.
So
It would be fellowship
Yeah.
Fellowship.
so it's
plus whatever.
So 4.
that
Okay, so
one
8.
plus, yeah.
Yeah, so 8 and the 1 wrath die. So
Yep. Well, one of those
as part,
eight-
as part of the wrath die. Yeah.
I was not voted Miss Congeniality with my
All right.
sisters.
But just go on there.
He's like,
It's like,
Oh, no.
hello. It's like, hello, grand
we
people
bring
of the.
haircuts?
It's like the control tower. This is
We
the
don't-
shuttle. It's like Shadow Stalker. requesting-
Xeno Shuttle, why are you coming to us? I
we-
am Tech Priest. Let's see here.
Octavius.
No, there's got to be something techie.
Oh.
USB-C.
Like,
That's funny though. I mean, it is.
Remember, fly casual.
I am
That's
named
been tech-
after a holy protocol of ancient technology, long since lost to us. If only we had that speed.
That's like Tech Priest C. We currently
USB-C.
USB-C. We are carrying a contingent of honorable warriors needing to have questions answered about their recent findings. Please grant request for fun and adventure.
All right, roll.
Like, we are so dead.
All right.
You do have an Imperial access code from.
Okay,
Space
so that kind
Marines.
of works
Yeah.
on there. So, yeah.
So 4 successes.
Four successes. That.
Oh yeah, here's the number.
Yeah.
And that was your either. So yeah, that
Yeah.
doesn't count. Well, I mean, it does count, but it doesn't.
Yeah, no, it's not
a
6
6 or a 1.
I remember that much at least.
So with that, you're able to get on.
Thank you. Coming down in a steep dangle.
Yes, we will be very eager to examine the captured Xenos vessel.
Like, don't gotta do anything. This is not my...
Understood? Do they not know anything of property rights?
Like, actually, dude, even
Well,
though
I mean, you gave them a Space Marine access code, so they think you're
Yeah.
Space Marines.
dude, even I'm like, okay, even though I find that funny.
one.
Well, there's the other
There's
one.
exactly,
There's Pugnus. He's like,
I think that would have counted for something at least.
Oh wait, no. Pugnus holds up. I've taken a vow of silence for the next week.
Actually, like, I was like, oh, good, that's good.
Well, I'm at least thankful that we're in the shuttle right now and they don't have my ship.
Yeah, your ship has to. You can't rendezvous with your ship because the Chaos ship is in there, and it's a much heavier ship, and you don't want to, damage or lose your own ship fighting it. Yeah. So if you,
My ship is elegant. That is not.
yeah. But it's going to be really hard to get it repaired if the Chaos ship shoots a bunch of holes in it. So that's the reason why you're making planetfall, because the Chaos ship is clearly not going to approach the orbital defenses, and you can hide there, and eventually the Chaos ship will leave. So because the Chaos, even though it's a Dark Imperium and there's no Astronomicon to guide you, Chaos ships can just fly through the war pretty easy. It turns out, because it's Chaos.
Yeah, it's almost like their gods want them to make it.
Yep. So, yeah. So eventually it'll bug out, and you can just lay low until then, and then you can figure out what the special project is. But the tech priests, obviously... Well, I mean, that's going to be another thing. So, you do know also... Is there anything else you want to know about the Skagtoria 617 before you land? I mean, you got with all those successes? I'll give you one shift so you can get more information, or if you want something else. Actually, you could have a contact.
That works. Yeah, let's
Okay.
have a contact.
You can have a contact among the tech priests, the bureaucrats, the guards, or the workers.
It makes most sense to me to have a contact among the priests.
Tech priests?
Not the
No?
same priests. Not the same
okay.
priests you work for. No.
Okay.
They are allowed to worship the Omnissiah. It's complicated. They
Omnissiah. Some say, oh, that's the same as the Emperor, man.
Yeah.
And they're
What
like,
makes
well,
the most sense then?
I would say if you've got an in with someone in the Skitari or the workers, either of those would be fine. But
What's this guitar?
that's the guards, the soldiers. Yeah. Tech priest soldiers.
well, there are some Skagtoria, there's also some like Imperial Guard.
Oh, there's Imperial Guard force. That'd be even better.
Then.
Yeah.
Again, another remnant force from a previous. Basically, they fought a war. They weren't going to like return them to their home world, so they just dropped them off.
They just
here.
left them here? Awesome.
Yeah, to repopulate this world.
Listen,
love
I,
you.
I feel that pain.
What is
I
it?
feel that
Fuck
pain,
for the
bro.
emperor.
Yeah, basically.
Basically, yeah.
It's like, all right, let's do our sacred duty.
Need to feed the grinder.
So so it's like, well, it's a nice archive world, but we need to get more out of it. Well, let's make it a normal world.
Yeah.
Okay, jump some people on it. See
And
what
if you can
happens.
make some psychers so we can feed them to our totally not dead emperor, that'd be great.
Well, they know that's going to happen. They don't like that happens, but it happens. All right. So you have a contact among the. I'm sorry. What was it? The guard.
Imperial Guard, yeah.
All right. Yeah, you would know. Actually, yeah, you know the captain of the guard there. Sure. You can give me a name. You helped them during one of the battles of that campaign, so you know that she wound up on this world.
Daphne.
Daphne. All right, Captain Daphne. All right. Yeah. So, in fact, you can request for her to meet you.
I'm putting in a request. I need to speak to Captain Daphne.
All right. There's a brief pause. It's Captain Daphne. What do you want?
Hey. Girl, hey. Anyway,
Oh my god, I haven't seen you. I haven't heard from you in years. I thought you were dead.
yeah, same. But they said you were here, so yeah.
Yeah, it's been real boring. I'll tell you. Well, yeah, whatever. Yeah, okay. Make your landfall.
Okay, thanks.
All right. So, yeah.
All right, unless you're going to make me make a piloting check to knock
No.
the shuttle.
No, the orbital guns don't blow you out of the sky.
Okay.
It's a safe to land on the.
Are we gonna get blowed up?
No, but I have a feeling right now that some of us
Not
won't be
this
seeing, won't have shore leave.
The settlement is almost entirely underground because the data archives, they had to be in an armored vault that could survive planetary bombardment. So even if someone wants, a exterminatus class weapon on the planet, that the archives would be left behind. So there is one armored bunker on the surface of the landing pad, and that's it. The rest of it's all underground.
What kind of death world is it? I think remember it's a death world.
It is deserty and arid, so rocky.
No means of sustenance on the surface.
There are. It's extremely hard. From what you don't have extensive biological records. You could ask them more about the surface, but your guess there is an ocean on the other side of the planet, and you're guessing that there's. Well, do you have any sciences or anything?
Yeah, not really.
I have Scholar.
I have survival. Yeah.
With survival you can make a check.
Cool.
You do notice solar panels on the. There's a solar.
Fuck me.
Power.
All right, so I succeed, but with a complication.
Well, it's a knowledge check. I can't. I'll give myself a point of ruin.
All right.
I can't aneurysm.
You succeed, but your brain
You get these
explodes.
facts before suddenly that just leaves your mind.
It's like you're leaking juices.
You know that there was a terraforming effort where they basically put plankton and other things in the ocean to generate oxygen. That's why the planet has a breathable atmosphere. But there's it's a death world just because there's not much above a lizard in terms of size. So you're just gonna there's nothing, as far as anyone knows, big and scary that could threaten you directly. But there's just fucking nothing for hundreds of miles, thousands of miles in all directions. And the ocean, there's just not enough to sustain you. So
we're just landing here to wait out the chaos ship.
He wants to figure out what Black Cleaver what the special project.
I'm going to be sneaking around.
Do we know that?
You don't know that. No, okay. I'm going to be sneaking around.
Yeah. So you can, of course, always, lie about why you want this information.
Yeah, I will be.
Yeah. So you all land, and there are some guardsmen there. There's a few servitors there, industrial servitors, which are basically lobotomized cyborgs. And there's an eager tech priest there, hunched over.
Yes,
He's literally going like this. Yes. Xenos technology. And then they see these two, you two obviously take away along with Bugness, and they're like, oh, and then they see you two, and then one captured human, and they're like, what?
Lovely, isn't she?
Kennedy's like, wait, no, I know her. She's not chaos.
Yeah.
Nah.
Listen, we don't choose what the God Emperor tells us to do. We just do it.
Well, I guess we can't be choose. I am Tech Priest USBC.
Hello.
Cool name, dude.
That can't be your name.
We
deal with it. Deal with it. We're gonna be here all day.
Floppy disk.
Yeah.
Actually, I've been studying how to make a good impression.
Floppy disk has been cloned many times. I kept telling them not to copy that floppy, but they did.
I don't know. Zip drive's going to be next.
I've been studying on how to make a good impression.
Aaron spit
how are ya?
Cider out his nose.
There's one of the guardsmen tentatively looks at your hand and Daffy's like,
I wouldn't touch the word if I were you.
Wait, are you fearful of me?
I've never seen an orc before.
Well, it's about time, isn't it?
Listen, dude, he really likes teeth, so just.
I really do. I get really close. I really do.
Are those still on my ship?
Like, of course not. They're with me.
He's got a bag. He jingles.
He's like, throw it in.
So, with your permission,
Do you want one?
I
we
really
would
don't have
like
a need for it.
to. Well, where is your vessel? Your actual vessel? How did you get in this system? If you, because we have an Imperial shuttlecraft we can use. We'd be happy to trade you. This would be an invaluable objective.
That is unnecessary, Tech Priest. We are on a mission that cannot be discussed. In fact, all of this is classified, and I pointed all of them. None of you saw
But
it.
yeah, I guess you have the Farseer with you too, the one you rescued.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
We didn't ditch her back on the friggin'.
Yeah,
No.
you didn't make.
Oh, yeah,
What's your bird's name again? The Harlock.
The Harlock, yeah.
There's actually 2 Eldar, so they're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
The other Eldar is very weak, though.
I wouldn't imagine she's recovered much by this point.
Yeah, so...
Which through the back of the thing took off.
And we probably don't have medical facilities that can handle our stuff here, so...
Nope.
Nah, they don't.
I mean, the tech actually, oh, do you want help? We'd be happy to help.
With that help, inquire with
Point
dissections.
at the tentacles sticking out of
Yeah,
his
I was like, I've heard your help comes with dissections, which really doesn't mix too well with us. It's appreciated, but we'll work on our own until we can get back to a home station. So it's like a port of call that that helps us on our own.
Almore. The Farseer is called Almore. I did write that down.
Yeah.
So Almore is very weak. She is recovering, so she won't be able to use her psychic abilities.
Her name was on the back here already.
Yep.
Well done.
So they lead you inside. They do take the landing pad has a little sort of conveyor thing to bring it inside, so it's in a hangar bay. So it'll be protected from. There are dust storms, of course.
Sure. And
that kind of all that fun stuff. So Daphne is like, they'll be my guests. So whatever.
So no touchy.
Yeah, they'll be under. I will take responsibility if the Xenos commit any crimes. I'll suffer the consequences of my failures or get executed or whatever. So
is she part of the Greek Death Corps? She's pretty just okay with both of us.
Madam, I'm going to have to let you know that seems a.
I trust Helene with my life.
But Madam, I have to let you know that's a grand incentive for me to just steal a whimsy if that's the only consequence that's going to come up.
Of course, if I catch you in the act, I'll have to try and kill you for.
And I'll let
As I would expect. No,
would be
I wouldn't expect
heresy.
any less from you.
It would be heresy for you to betray us, and you know what I like to do to heretics.
But that's like but you say every 5th thing I say is heresy. Is that not wrong?
All right.
Actually, if you want a moment, but yeah. I mean, it's like during the whole pre-adventure, you got all up
You
in
almost
arms
died too, didn't you?
because because your people decided to declare me.
I wouldn't.
Held on.
It's
Discretion.
And you almost died.
Discretion.
I think there were threats made, but death was nowhere near us.
Pretty sure you had 2 bolters pointed at your head at one point, so yeah.
But death was not there. That's not even near close.
All right. What was your character's name again?
It's like Alephion. Alephion.
Alephion. All right, Alephion gets a wrath point for good role playing. They bring you into a large, not super large, not like a cafeteria, but like a dining room, and food has been set out. And it looks like, with survival, any training in survival, recognize it as sort of like standard Imperial. Basically, there's a variety of mushrooms that can be grown underground, and they're a staple in many worlds like this. When you don't want to rely solely on stored food. So,
Silly question, actually. Can the Eldar actually consume other food, or is it just are they energy? Okay.
Yeah. Actually, a human can use first aid on Eldar. There's a penalty, but broken bones are broken bones. For example. And stapling a gunshot wound closed is the same thing. Basically, it's just there's different allergic reactions to medicines and stuff like that. At least that's my understanding of it. So
okay,
I can't remember.
You're pretty humanoid. Like y'all just extremely psychically powerful.
Okay,
yeah.
So
yeah,
it's not like
it's more like humans and Vulcans a little bit in terms of differences. So the Dark Eldar are a little different though because a lot of them are just clones and they're subjected to Slanisha's thirst and blah blah blah. That's a whole different thing.
Okay.
So you can eat these mushrooms. Or actually, do you have survival?
I do not.
Okay, you don't know if you can eat these or not. They definitely smell weird. The orc, of course, just
if life is not put out with risk, and the stomach needs something, or else we cannot find the peril. Right. So eating it delicately, but
certainly better than standard store rations.
But without the sriracha sauce, though, which I keep in plentiful supply on the ship. That's the one thing from your culture that I love.
Sriracha sauce.
I'm going to right past asking you how you acquire this.
You really don't want to know. It is a harrowing tale, and I love to tell it, but I fear it would go on too long, and it doesn't put me in the best light.
So the other leaders of this settlement up here, Gerard, who is the leader of the bureaucratic, a group of Imperial bureaucrats who, there's also an astropath, who is, we'll say he's Octavius.
Okay.
He is very sad. Of course, astropath.
Like Eeyore sad?
Yeah, well, astropathic communications are kind of shut down because of the whole Dark Imperium thing. It's hard to send messages through the warp. So our bureaucrat, let's see, you already have, of course, USBC is not eating, but he is seated at the table. Of course, Captain Daphne is the leader of the soldiers. There are a few Skagtoria, but actually they're not. There's way more guard than there are. The population apparently has grown in the last couple of years. So, and then there is, give me a good name for a leader of workers, like a
Bob.
No.
Builder.
High Gothic.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Brutus.
Foreman Brutus.
I still think Bob.
I think Eugene Brutus actually would be a good name.
Brutus.
Yeah, he's the leader of the workers. And so they're all quite eager to meet guests. They don't get many visitors, especially these days. So you can all talk. The Xenos have been allowed because if the Space Marine says and the Battle Sisters say it's okay, then it's okay.
It can't be heresy.
Oh, no. I'm constantly shaking hands, making friends, offering mushrooms and whatever drinks that they have available.
Yeah, you can give me what social, you can make a social skill check just to charm them if you want.
So let's see. That's obviously not deception. That's not cunning. I guess just leadership. So
Sure.
just being a positive influence on everybody else.
You can do that.
Okay. I wish I had something else.
They're serving you various
What's
plates
your-
of different
I mean-
types of mushrooms.
Persuasion could also work.
Oh, that's true. So
It's leadership was better for a generalized thing, making an
Yeah.
impression. Persuasion is more of a one-on-one thing.
That's fair.
All right.
Okay. So, and it's the same score for persuasion as well. So,
Yeah, that's a lot.
all right. And what was the difficulty on this?
3.
3. That's a lot of successes. So,
Well, those are 3s.
oh yeah, for so
Yeah.
3. So,
So
Okay.
get rid of
but still,
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 3. Yep. He is quite charming.
That's why we keep him around.
Yeah, and
have you seen the stars as they actually pull back from the webway? It is just an unbelievable sight. Nothing like the horror that is the warp, though.
So
I know it's necessary for you, but just the web is something to behold.
So workers, what are you, like slaves or something?
so everyone just being
Typical orc.
Yeah.
Actually, I have leadership too.
Sure.
Level. What the fuck?
Do you want to try and charm them?
Sure, why not?
All right.
Where's the fellowship at?
I mean, he's a weird boy, so he would have held some clout in his,
Yeah.
in his
Yeah,
war
yeah.
band.
So it's 4 dice plus a wrath die.
Your fellowship plus your skill, and one of those dice is your rank.
Yeah. So it's total there.
Okay.
All right, so total it'd be 4 total with the wrath.
What's your
dice
fellowship?
counting.
You say your fellowship is 2?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 4 dice total. One of them is your wrath die.
Yeah.
All right. I'll make the snake dice.
Cool.
Okay.
Wrath die.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh no.
Well, that's 4 successes. That's a 4, right?
Is it 4? Is that a
Or
1?
That's a
5.
4.
5 successes. Yeah.
Okay. I was good.
Damn. All right.
That was a 1 for a second.
That's all. Hey, you guys.
Well, they don't want to kill you.
I've
so,
been practicing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You very much.
I mean, you're definitely not the charmer, but like they're definitely like, okay, he's harmless. So like you've lulled them into complacency.
He's essentially adorable.
Yeah, he's very adorable.
It's like,
And also, none of these people have actually fought orcs. So they in fact, all of you for free can tell that if anything, these people are naive. More
Which
than
is probably
anything else.
good.
They're on a very isolated world. It's very rarely visited. It probably hasn't been visited. I mean, aside from people dropping off data
Right.
and
Dropping
dropping
off,
off
picking
people and picking them up every once in a while, it gets very little contact. So, yeah.
Bless their hearts.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm making small talk. It's like, so
And you're the first outsiders who've been here since the whole Dark Imperium thing happened, since the fall of Cadia, and the previous people, the last outsiders to come was literally Captain Daphne and her guard, what was left of her regiment, who then settled.
out the other end.
Holy dog.
And hang on, I have a cold. Hey, so yeah, you
Hey, you know what? You're not that squishy. None of you.
I am more metal than flesh.
Like,
I'm
good
not
for
squishy
you.
at all.
Good for you. Like, okay, that guy's squishy over there. Seriously, look at him.
What?
Look at him.
I wanted to bring it
I didn't really came all that way.
Like, seriously, like, you wouldn't survive. No. These guys, though, they got shot.
We'll say Pugnus is going to secure the prisoner. They have a small jail in the guard section. So yeah, you can all ask questions. Elephon, you've got some shifts. What do you want to do with it?
Okay. Specifically, maybe see if they will enlighten us on any interesting discoveries they might have had, something that they've found delving deeper into the mines, how they protect protect the servers, because that's fascinating to me. Basically, managing a planet-wide server bank.
Like, all right, so if someone were to want to break in and steal everything, what would the best way to do that be?
Well, the only way in and out from the surface is through this part of the base, this part of the settlement. So they bottleneck it that way. There's heavy automated defenses to keep to keep that bottleneck controlled.
Okay.
If there's also charges in case it's about to fall to bury the whole thing.
Oh, good. So it has a it has a load bearing charge.
Well,
so.
I mean, the theory is, if the world is if someone cares enough to bring enough ships or a powerful enough ship to defeat the orbital defenses, then they really want what's in there, and whatever's in these archives is really important to deny to the enemy. So, if anything can get through the orbital defenses, everyone on the surface is clearly doomed. So, just blow it all up for the Emperor, and better
Better to die that way.
Yeah, better to die in a quick explosion rather than whatever's coming.
Oh, Jesus. Death by explosion is downright wholesome.
Yeah. So the fact that the orbital defenses aren't even being tested by the Chaos ship right now indicates that they're aware of it. But they clearly they don't give a shit about what's in these archives. So
that's not at least the general concern.
They also have been aware of that space station that apparently it fell apart like 2,000 years ago, and that was also part of the systems deal. But like they knew that people were on there, but like they didn't want to, like, they didn't know who they were, so they heard the vox calls from the people claiming to be Imperial Guardsmen who were trapped there, but like, well, we don't know that. We don't want to risk it, so.
All right.
But it's not it doesn't cover the entire planet. It is very large. It's the equivalent of it's like 100 miles in any direction underground. It goes very deep. So yeah, it is. And the fact that they are kind of hoping to get a shipment soon because they need more servitors because their servitors are literally wearing out. The meat parts are. So, yeah, although they are getting more people here, and they're actually, you get a sense that they actually do want to ask you guys for help for something. And yeah.
Nervous.
Well, they're being very polite because again,
is that
big
from,
scary space.
Is that from the worker? Is that from the workers?
All of them seem to have like there are things that there are. You can tell that there are several topics they're dancing around.
Okay. Is it possible to pull aside Brutus? And while we're going up
you can
to
use that as another shift.
Okay, good. Yeah, pulling him aside.
All right.
I'll get drinks and I'll say my conversation.
All right. So after the main course, people sort of break up and it becomes more of a little get together. But meanwhile, what do you?
I'm pulling Helene aside for a moment, and sister, my interrogations of the prisoner have led me to believe that there is more at work here than we suspect. It's not a coincidence, chaos. It's a fleet, or even just a single ship so far. We need to ascertain whatever it is they desire about this planet.
So there's something heresy somewhere on this planet?
That is my suspicion.
Like in the archives or like not?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm hoping to lean upon your
I mean, I can ask
assist
Daphne.
whoever we can search out that you believe we can trust.
Daphne's pretty cool.
So yeah, basically, I'm just trying to get, like, without letting out what I'm doing. Yeah,
sure.
I'm trying to get her to help.
Yeah.
Investigate, because I don't have a lot of good talking skills.
I don't either. Have you
What,
looked at my talking skills?
they don't
Yeah,
teach,
you've got investigate and stuff like that.
So
I
they
have
don't-
investigation.
Yeah, you got investigation and stuff like that.
so they don't teach you talkie skills in Marine school, in Space Marine school.
Weird.
Well, they teach you 9 lines and adrax and stuff like that, but
And how to praise the Emperor.
no, I know all my prayers for my bolter, for the fist, for the armor, for pre-battle, post-battle, nightly prayers, morning prayers.
They teach us walk. What, you think that comes naturally?
Yeah.
No, we got to work at that.
But again, my chapter is pretty well known for being taciturn at best, emo at worst. So yeah, even among Space Marines. Not the chatty cattiest bunch. Mine are.
All
That's
right.
okay, I'll
so
talk
you
for
two,
all of us.
you two spend a little time talking, sort of
Yeah.
conversing. Let's see here. Helene, you could talk to Daphne.
Yep.
All right.
That's what I'm going to do, Dr. Daphne.
Yay, what's up?
You tell me. It seems like people are like needing something.
Well, it's okay. Yeah. There's sort of, this whole division of labor thing, and like, we have the tech priests on top, and then the bureaucrats and the workers and the guards, and we're all, getting by and saving things. Problem is, one, there's been kind of a slight mutation problem. And
A slight mutation problem?
well, like, there's degrees of mutation. Like, there are people that just, like, have an extra eye or an extra ear.
That's hardly that.
Or their skin is a little rubbery, And, like, we put them to work down below us in, like, the mushroom farm and stuff like that. But they've been complaining recently that there are some levels at the very bottom of this place that we don't even, like, know about. Because, we don't... and they saying that some of them are disappearing. And of course, maybe they're just saying that so they can get away and start a cult, or maybe there is something down there that's really... I've sent guards down there myself. We haven't found anything.
But the guards all come back?
Yeah. Well, one time they went missing.
Just once.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. That's pretty
So are
good.
you
He's pretty
saying
good
there's
odds
a
for cards.
Balrog?
Yeah. So, but I mean, it's also kind of structurally not super sound there. We're gonna probably try and. I've been talking about the tech briefs about like filling those levels in just to make them more secure, so they don't collapse on us. But yeah, they're wasting all their extra energy and time on something.
Suspicious.
Well, I mean, they're tech priests. I mean, when are they not suspicious?
That's fair.
Yeah. So, I mean, and the mutants, of course, don't really trust us too well.
Well, I mean, they're mutants, so...
Yeah. I mean, if you go down there and say they're heretics, then they're heretics, and we'll, I guess, kill them all. But, you know, they haven't really...
Well, that's just...
I mean, we might starve because we won't have enough workers to make food.
I haven't, met them, so I can't say for sure if they're heretics or not.
But, you know, one thing is they're mutants. They might actually be a lot nicer to, like, those pet Xenos you have.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
You can't hear anything.
Yeah.
I know something. As soon as that says this.
Telephon, you were wanting to talk to Brutus?
Yes, so I was just taking him over to there where like that where they have complimentary
You're
drinks.
drinking mushroom wine. Which
Yes, so and seeing
god awful, but you're
But
putting
it's
on a
fermented, so it gets you drunk.
you have a great poker face. Like,
yeah, you know what? It's local flavor. Maybe honestly, if we can put some bitters into this, I know it's usually for whiskey based stuff, but I think it would improve this.
what's a bitters?
So things that make alcoholic drinks great.
This is good swill.
So,
See, he likes it.
well, our friend here right now's palate is wide. Let's just say that.
All right.
Well, it's going through. But in turn of this, how is the process down here? Because honestly, it seems like you're doing a great amount of work, but for at least not as well, I wouldn't say compensation, but just slow going for at least the progress that you're making. So, and not to seem that not to see everybody is on a dim on the party, but you seem a little more dour about this gathering than anybody else. Which should be off because it's a party. Everybody should be celebrating.
Well, I mean, you know, the Octavius, our astropath, they said that, you know, the Astronomicons, the ships can't use it anymore. So that means no more trade. We're pretty self-sufficient here, but I mean, there's a lot of things here we can't make. We depend on, parts for certain machines and things. Also just raw supplies. And we're getting more people now. They wanted us to grow into a normal, colony world. So we started getting more people. And now we're at the point where we need a ship to show up to drop off more supplies to sustain the population. And if the tech priests, they're diverting a lot of resources into that satellite array or those radar, those dishes.
They are. So for what reason would they be doing that?
Well, they say build this, and it's this big old array, communication dishes.
So would that assist with getting other ships in where your astropath has failed?
You got me. I'm not a navigator. I don't know how to go through the maelstrom. But they haven't said anything about that. If it was, yeah, sure, we should do it. But I don't.
But you'd know more about the inner workings of this, wouldn't you? Though, honestly, we're at this point. We're practically that's like family compared to the people that we meet from this. So, what would you say is interesting, and what's really worrying you about this situation?
Well, why do we need this big dish? What is it for?
So, So, would it be possible for you to show me this dish?
Well, I don't know about that.
Come on. If nothing else, we have, it's like camaraderie brings adventure, and adventure brings, it's like a life.
All right, give me that persuade check. You'll need 5.
5? Okay.
No.
And mushroom juice! So I'm going to take some of this with me.
2 successes.
That is not 5.
Yeah.
And actually, 4s count.
Oh, 4, sorry.
Yeah, 4 and 5s count.
Yeah, so...
One away.
Yeah, 1 off.
Yep.
Let's see. We don't have any glory dice yet, do we?
Nope.
Or actually, I could have spent a wrath.
You
So.
could spend a wrath.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll spend a wrath on this one. So.
All right, reroll your failures.
Okay.
Huzzah! Excelsior!
And I'm only doing that because it's a success.
Because I gave you an extra one.
Yes, you did. And also, I've already rolled my wrath die.
You can roll them all at once. All right.
I know. I'm just trying to do that. That's much better.
All right.
So,
let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, yeah, you get 1 shift. Yeah. You could take 1 other player with you,
okay.
or you get something else.
Yeah, I'll see about taking another player with me. So
All right.
I will go to Battle Brother Steel since I will probably need another escort of the Imperial variety.
Okay.
So.
Oh, take me! I'm good.
Yeah. Take the order on the infiltration.
Normally.
Just keep drinking.
Yeah.
Look, all right. My
Brother
baloney
Steel.
has a first name.
Our friend-
It's Bob.
Our friend Brutus over here has given us some rather interesting information about the communications array that they're building, and unfortunately, I have such little knowledge about the workings of any of your technology, but you might be the one to actually answer some of my questions. Would you be so kind to accompany us?
What have you discovered, Eldar?
So, I'll just come out and say it. They're building, that's like this communication array in the orders of the tech priest. They don't know why, outside of the fact that the astropath is very concerned that they have not been able to communicate through the system in months in order to get supplies and other things necessary to run their settlement. So, self-sustaining for the most part, but it's not going to last. So, it seems that something else is up, aside from most things, in the dark, in the black.
Indeed. I will accompany you.
Happy to have you along. So,
All right.
actually, that's all right. Did you know that at one point, it's like on this adventure, I was declared?
Eldar,
You will never let me tell the story!
are you familiar with the waste removal process that humans go through?
Vaguely.
Depending on the gravity of a planet, it sometimes requires certain adaptive devices to be planted upon our waste removal organs.
And
If you tempt me one more time, I will stuff your head down one of these devices once I find it.
Oh, no. Keep going. This is fascinating.
So-
I want to hear more.
All right.
And I go on.
Yeah. All right. You get a
turn it, yeah, that was a good one. Turn back to wrist. It's like, he assumes I have a kink of some sort, and I don't.
By the way, as he goes, like, I'll put my hand on.
One Eldar.
Actually, I'll put my hand on your shoulder. Like, it's like, you want to know how we do it?
You've told me multiple times,
Like,
whether I wanted to know or not.
All right. So, Face Ripper.
Oh, I did. You think about that.
What do you? They leave. What are you gonna do? Is there anything else you want to do at this party? Or are you just gonna have a good time? Drinking?
I'm having a good time. I was like, I'm partying with Yumis. This is crazy. I was like, this look up is like, are you serious? As I'm talking to them.
Yeah. Right. All right.
It's like, Gorkenmork is awesome.
So.
Oh god, like, have you heard the good word about Gorkenmork yet?
Wait,
That would be awesome. Do it.
isn't that the name of a saint? I thought that was.
It's like, yes, kinda. Let me tell you more. Yeah, I'm good.
Battle Sister Helene. Is there anything else you want to do? Talk to you or try to figure out?
Talk to the bureaucrat.
Yeah, Gerard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sure.
He's very eager to talk to you. He's just been very polite. 'Cause, you're the battle
have a
sister.
friend.
Well, yeah. Well, he seems a little intimidated. He's also,
I can't imagine why.
yeah. He says, "Oh, hello, most venerated sister, Helene. I'm Gerard. I serve the Empire as a bureaucrat. Yes, maintaining
Yes.
many documents and records here
Mhm.
that are of vital importance to the Empire, even if we have to store them. Well, I could tell you of the tithing grain records that were
Yeah, thanks.
from 1700 years ago.
That's
that
not
were
necessary.
but then were vital in a military campaign.
Mhm.
It turns out only 100 years ago. Yes,
Yeah.
that institutional knowledge.
Yeah, I'm glad that you're keeping this up to date and stuff. What I'm just curious, why do you have lower levels if you're not going to use them?
Oh, well, we didn't build this place. This place. We did. Humans did. That's what the records say. But this was a change of plans. And we're not quite sure why the tech priests built this place so large, but they did.
Tech priests built this place, but we don't have
7,000
records
years
of
ago.
why.
You want chaos mutants?
7,300.
Because that's how you get chaos mutants.
84 years ago is the earliest records we have of this settlement, and when digging began. And the digging stopped 5,294 years ago. So,
Do you have records of that?
yes, that's when
Can I see them?
of course. Well, some of them, there are certain records that are only held by the tech priests. So you'd have to ask the Magos USBC.
You know, I'm a scholar. I really like scholarly pursuits.
Oh, of course. I would be. I could speak on him to your behalf.
Yeah, that'd be great.
But
I'm not super good at talking to people.
Oh yes, of course. Let me do that. Yes, for you. So there's some frantic, whisper screaming at each other. As Gerard is very just like, she wants up to 3. And the USB is like, why do we? Okay. He's very confused and very agitated being pushed around by the bureaucrat. So Gerard, yes, we can get you into their archival reading room. Data slate access chamber, I believe it is called. And you can access the chambers. Or the records that they have of this place.
Sweet.
Yeah. Is there anything else?
Nah, bro. Thanks.
Do you have any plans to go to a shrine world or
why?
Well, I asked because I do have some missives. I would like transported at some point to some of the in the administratiums of records. I do have.
Is it urgent?
Oh, it is very urgent.
I can't make any promises about urgent. I mean, I could take some stuff, but I don't know.
Oh, of course, I do. It involves matters of personnel that are very important. Very, very important things.
Tell you what, go ahead and give it to me.
He has them.
I'll try and get those to a
All
place.
Right. Yeah. He gives you a big packet of letters. Well, the one on top has a big wax seal on it.
What kind of a wax seal?
You recognize the symbol on it is the same that on the shirt that he's wearing.
Why do you have these sealed?
Well, they're confidential, of course.
Right. All right. So can I go do a little bit of research?
Sure. Yeah.
Alrighty.
A younger person comes up. Yeah. Hi. I'm here to escort you to the data slate chamber.
I'm young and precocious.
I'm supposed to be a tech priest, but they don't have they can't make me. Well, I was going to be a tech priest, but they ran out of parts. So I'm a bureaucrat now.
Lead the way.
Okay. I get to keep my meat parts, I guess, but I do like learning about technology.
Do you actually like?
No, I don't even touch him.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, yeah, you can. Yeah, you start reading them. Whoop, whoop.
I get you.
Are you rolling investigate?
Scholar.
Yeah.
What's your rap dice?
That one's my wrath dice,
Oh,
which
yeah,
is a
that's a one.
complication.
Okay.
But I really only have 3 successes, so I don't know if that's enough anyway.
What are you trying to figure out?
I'm trying to figure out like why they stopped digging, why they started digging, like
Okay. Why they started and why they stopped?
yeah, like what was even the purpose of this place?
Okay. You start digging up some records. The initial, you find out that the initial project scope is actually redacted and encrypted. So you'd have to get USB-C to unencrypt it, or you'd have to hack it, or know its password. But you do see.
My tech is 8. I might be able to hack.
Well, there's a complication.
Okay.
So the complication we'll get to in a second. But as you are beginning to hack it, something does happen. But meanwhile, at the comms array, Brutus tells the two of you to stop for a moment.
Of course.
And then hold on. He runs up ahead, and then you hear him shift change, everyone out. Go. We're doing a surprise inspection, and the workers file out. Or you can hear them filing out. You don't see them.
Yeah.
And then he looks around frantically, like, all right. So.
Just right in there.
Yeah, you go in there and you can see there is it's like a radar dome where they have the dome over it so you can't see which way the dish is pointed, but you're inside it so you can see which way the dish is pointed, straight up. And it's a big fancy comm array, so if you have tech would be great. If not, what other skills do you want to use? Any kind of knowledge skills? You could ask Brutus to try and round up an expert to try and explain it to you, or you could intimidate if you have intimidate or
I do have intimidate.
Yeah.
We've been nice to him so far.
Yeah, well, I was
well.
I don't have tech, so
It occurs to you could probably bully a junior tech priest here and get him to spill the beans. I mean, even the highest ranking tech priest on this planet is like below you. So yeah.
That could on there. They're probably less likely to listen to me unless I offer them something of, well, it's like vaunted Eldar, it's like Xenotech, which I'm not.
Technically, you are Xenotech.
I'm not cutting my arm off for these people.
That would be really nice if you could.
It's not happening.
I would.
Yeah.
do you have tech here?
So I do not. This time, so.
I might try a flat tech roll, an intellect roll.
Okay.
Just see what I can get out of it.
Mm-hmm.
3, and I get a glory dice
Oh,
out of that. So
Okay. Add a glory dice to the center of the table.
Yay.
All right. Yeah, you've seen these before. These are it's actually you know exactly what this is. Well, you know exactly what kind of this reminds you. They're you once visited an Inquisitor's stronghold or facility, and they had a dish just like this. And you found out that it was used to contact the Jokero, a highly technologically advanced xeno species.
yeah.
So would I be aware of how aware of them?
You've definitely heard of them. In fact, they're items, especially their weapons, are highly prized throughout the galaxy by all species. They do these. They're infamous for their digiweapons, which are extremely small, miniaturized weapons that are extremely powerful. They command a small fortune. Humans use them, Eldar use them, Dark Eldar love them too. I mean, basically, they look like orangutans, the Jokero. But you don't know. You're not a Xeno expert, so you'd have to know that. But you do know their weapons are great.
Okay. Now, I did try to actually get one for the Harlock at one point, but I was outbid, and by outbid I meant I was not fast enough to steal it.
One of the weapons, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah. Those weapons go for a pretty price. So yeah, it's a Jokero. It's something used to contact the Jokero, that's the exact type of dish you would use to do that.
So, insight to see, basically just to see if he lies to me and asking like, is there an Inquisition presence on this planet?
Oh yeah, go. You're asking Brutus.
Yeah.
Sure.
Do you mind if I try?
He looks terrified.
Yeah.
Do you mind if? Oh, actually, I'll
Sure,
use
yeah,
the
you
first one.
can do insight too.
Okay, so let's see. And insight, was that intellect or
Insight is fellowship.
fellowship again? Okay, I forgot. 1, 2, 3.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the difficulty on this?
3 for him.
Okay. Let's see.
That's another-
And that's a 6 on the wrath dice. So got 3 out of.
Nope, that's-
Oh, sorry, yeah, so 2.
Yep. Well, that's 3. That's
three
Oh,
total.
the 3
It's
is
just
wrath
six.
dice. You're 6 extra. So,
So you
yep.
just succeed.
Yeah.
He's telling the truth. He's terrified of when you mention the Inquisition. He's like, oh god, oh god. Yeah, like
So-
any good Imperial citizen should.
Yep.
So-
Yep. They're quite terrifying.
Yeah.
Okay. So, just kind of persuade. Look, I understand that faction does cause an inordinate amount of stress, but if they're dealing with the Jakarta, then it's like this is probably something that may go off into an area that might be more concerned, especially for Clang, putting my friend here, his side of the field. So it would really help us if you could tell us as much as you could about this.
No,
maybe.
I mean you made your insight check. He doesn't know anything.
Oh, he doesn't know anymore?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So who might be more connected towards the potential of these inquisitors being
These
here?
Inquisitors? This is involved with Inquisitors? Tech Priest told me to do it.
Which one?
USB. Well, I mean, it's all under USBC. I mean, USBB is his subordinate.
So, is there by a chance? Well, USBC I know is currently busy. Is there anywhere you could direct us to the B?
Well, I don't know exactly where he is. I'd have to go and find him.
If you don't mind us escorting you, we
Well,
can actually.
his subordinate USBA is USB. Yeah, I think it's actually USB 2 and 1. But
Yeah,
whatever.
I'd say that this point works. So.
Yeah. Well, we don't talk about 2 and 1 anymore. So
Don't even get started about 3.0.
yeah. So USB A is also available. He's he's never far from this. In fact, I think he's probably in the next chamber. Like, he's always programming for this thing.
And then if you can get us into that area, that would be excellent, and we can.
I mean, they definitely know that you're going to be there. Like, I mean, I'm technically breaking the rules by sending one else.
Are you when you're under the orders of a space marine?
Yeah.
Raven, you. Sorry, I forgot to fact
Yeah, I mean, you can talk to USBA in a bit. But meanwhile, Helene, actually, Helene, give me, what is the awareness?
Okay.
Give me awareness.
Awareness. Okay. Yeah.
Ooh.
That's good.
Pretty aware. That's 5.
1, 2.
What's the
3,
difficulty,
4,
Ross?
5, 6.
6. 7.
Okay.
7.
You're really aware of it. Something's coming through the wall, actually through the floor, and reaching towards you. A nightmarish amalgam of claws, pinchers, tentacles, things. Give me
Ballistic skill?
Well, first give me a fear check, which is
Say, yeah, what is that?
fear check. Resolve. You need 3 successes.
Resolve.
Yours is 2, so roll good.
Nope.
All right. Well, you're spooked. It's a spooky thing.
The spook lights.
Yep. All right. That doesn't help a lot, actually. All right. So you are going to lose the initiative because you're scared by it. Because it is unnatural. Actually.
They're supposed to attack you in the library.
Yep. It's also going through the floor.
Yeah.
Let's see here. So
It's not a psychic power, is it?
no, it seems to be a thing. All right. Yeah, so you can still act, but you'll have a +1 difficulty modifier on all things, so you'll have to get one more success than you would normally.
Okay.
So it will go ahead and attack. As it will roll 8 dice for that. And what is your defense?
My defense is 3. It's a rating 3.
5, 6, 7. Metal die will be the rat die. I'm sorry, your defense is 6?
3.
3. So it needs 3 successes.
Wow. Almost made it out of there.
3, exactly. Or 4, yeah. So, no shifts, because it needed all of those. So the damage, let's see here. I think, I roll damage and then you can roll soak. So, damage is +1. It has AP -2, so its damage is going to be 11 + 1, 12 damage. Do you have a soak roll?
I have 4. Does that mean I roll 4 dice?
I believe so. If you have,
Doesn't that go against your defense first, though?
well, the defense is to hit, I think.
Oh, I thought that was for damage.
Let me double check on this, because I didn't think you would roll that. One complication first, but it makes sense. All right, so we're learning rules. It took longer. All right, here we go. Yeah, compare icons to target's defense. Shift any. Oh, so actually only exalted icons for extra damage. Oh no, that's right. Nice. So, compare total damage relative to target's resilience. What's your
resilience? Is it plus the armor?
Yeah, so it'll be
10.
10 -2, 8, because that's armor piercing. So, 4 hits. So that'll be 4 damage. Now you can soak that.
So my soak is 4, so I roll 4 dice.
You have to spend a point of shock to do that.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
So it would go there. Yeah.
Did we heal up from last game?
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah.
If you healed, I'll shock at least. If you had any wounds, let me know.
I did not have any wounds. All right.
Remember.
So I took 1 point of shock.
Yep. But now you can roll 4 dice.
Now I can roll my ballistic skill.
Nope,
No.
it's soak.
You have to-
Oh, now I roll 4 dice. Sorry.
Because maybe your armor isn't going to soak
Needing
it.
my wrath dice or no?
Yes, you always use your wrath dice.
Okay.
I don't think actually. Well,
I soaked
She got
it.
4, yeah. She soaked it all.
all right. So it hits you, but your armor barely manages to absorb the blow. Yeah, you can act. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna shoot it.
All right, give me a ballistic skill check.
Okay.
She fired bullets from the gun.
You're going to be needing a 7. You need 7 icons.
I might be running away after this.
You got 2.
Yeah, 2.
Yep.
All right.
No
It
good.
misses. And the new round, it actually withdraws back into the floor.
Okay.
So yeah, you're freaked out. Face Ripper.
But, hello?
You hear a bolt ripper, or I mean a bolt gun going off.
Shots.
Yeah.
And I just sprint towards him. It's like,
All right.
it's like, keep thinking about what I told you.
All right. Let's see here. Actually, do you have any psychic things for awareness?
That's pretty much what's my primary shit.
Okay, yeah.
I have actually a forewarning and prophetic visions.
Forewarning, well, what is that, dude? Let's find out what that does. Because Gork and Mork is telling you not to go towards the source of the sound, but slightly off to the side. Down a stairwell. Let's see here. Psychic powers, here we go. 346. Just want to make sure.
Oh, I see things.
You do see things. Forewarning. That's not quite. Omens of Doom. Forewarning. Let's see here. Okay, that's for a specific combat thing. Actually, you can. I'll just say you can. You're getting an institute. You're getting a sense to go to the stairwell.
Well, I listen to my senses.
All right, so you go to the stairwell, and you see this nightmarish amalgamation of limbs and mouths and chaos. Just sort of go through the floor and keep going down. Give me a fear test. That's going to be your resolve. You need 3 successes.
Three, good? 3 successes.
All right, what are you going to do?
Like, oi! It's like, I haven't hit you yet. Yeah, I get the weird staff. Like,
Okay. Yeah, give me a melee attack. You only need 5 to hit it.
can I borrow one of your brown things? Snake dice is still the. This is what I'm good at. Well, one of the things.
Yeah.
I need 5?
Yep, you need 5 successes.
Well, first of all, I got a 6 on my wrath die.
Okay.
And then 2, 4, 6,
Woohoo.
7, 8, 9.
Jesus.
Damn, son.
Orc hit good. Orc
There's
hit
a reason you
real
brought
good.
me along.
I rolled so many fewer dice than that and got so many more dice than that. Got so many fewer
Also,
results.
the weird staff is a force weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It kind of is.
it really is. So it does. Let's see here. Let's see. You add half your willpower rating to the weapon's base damage rating in addition to strength. So,
All right, so
have you already done that yet?
No.
What do you have as its damage rating?
I have a 4 plus 1 ED.
Yep.
All right.
My
So
strength is 6.
all right. So yeah, add half your willpower to it.
So that's 2.
All right, so that's
8.
So it's well, no, okay. So you hit it. How many exalted icons can you get over 5?
I rolled 9.
Okay.
Yeah. So, well, yeah. So that's 4. So he gets 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So roll 2 dice.
5 and a 1.
Okay, so you got 1 additional 1. So you have 4. What's your willpower?
2, 4.
So 6 plus 1 plus 6 plus 1, 7. 7 plus 4, 11. Let's see here.
Does strength count for anything?
Nope, not with this because it's a psychic weapon essentially.
If you hit it with the chopper,
Yeah.
ball game.
But I figured this thing seemed more.
Oh no,
non-physical.
I'm not saying you made the wrong decision. You clearly made the right one, but
Let's see here. Do you want to spend any? I think you can spend glory to improve a critical hit.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Add 1 damage to a successful attack. Increase the severity of a critical hit. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Do you want to? All right. So go ahead and spend that.
All right.
I assume you want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's a mortal wound. And I'm going to say normally it's can soak mortal wounds, but because it's a force weapon, it's not. So it does get a soak roll. Nothing. And yeah, let's just see what it does on the critical hit table. Because
It's good being me. Hail to the king, baby.
Yes. You're going to spend this entire friggin' campaign just drinking with random species and
Yeah. Oh, you got my thing now. I think it's like I think Gork and Mork wants me to introduce myself. Say hi.
This is the orc's idea of evangelizing.
Yeah. Like
here we go. Let's see here. Improving severity.
also, your mushroom juice is fantastic.
Okay. Go ahead and roll 2d6. 1 for 10s and 1s for 1s.
Okay, 2d6.
Yeah, it's like rolling them like they were percentile. So,
Okay.
so choose what one is.
Okay,
your
yeah.
type.
In case,
yeah.
red and black.
Okay.
Red will be 10s.
All right.
34.
34. We'll move it up and Let's see here. Vicious counterstrike. The fury of this blow causes horrific pain, disintegrating pieces of the foe's body in a scene of carnage and woe. Suffers plus 1d3 mortal wounds. Plus 1 mortal wound for keyword psyker. So roll a d3
So
and add 1 to it.
So add roll 1d3.
Mm-hmm.
So
2.
Nice.
So 2 is yeah, it's dead. It's you obliterate the creature.
I'm Wog.
yeah,
I can't do it like Sean can, but that's what I'm doing.
wow.
Yeah.
So yeah, you did good. Gork and Mork are quite happy.
Ew.
Like, you wouldn't understand. At least my god talks to me. A lot.
Whether I wanted to or not.
You weren't there. It's fine.
Do you have anything that you identify weird warp creatures? I don't know if there's an occult or a scholar. Or something.
There's psychic mastery.
Psychic
maybe?
mastery?
Yeah, go and roll psychic mastery. Isn't it?
Yeah, right.
Should this be here?
Yeah.
Once again, Snake Die is the rat.
Oh boy.
Yeah, but
So 3 successes with a complication.
Okay.
What's a knowledge roll?
Yeah, it is a knowledge roll.
It's bad.
It's
all
it's
bad.
safe to touch now.
But yeah.
Rub your face in it. It's like Gork and Mork says to motorboat it.
Yeah, that's the conversation. You're convinced that the weakness is to rub your face on it next time. So I'll give you a wrath point if you actually do that in combat. If you encounter another one.
Jason, you gonna be all right? No. Breathe. Oxygen.
But 3's not going to be good enough for an orc psyker to know.
Okay.
It's kind of.
So I'm just gonna like to. I don't know if orcs whistle, but I'll do the equivalent. Just walk back upstairs.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I killed it.
So that causes an alarm, but but before that happens, you two go to a Brutus takes you to the room where USBA is working, and he is a younger tech priest, but still cyborged up as you know, but not as heavily. So there's still more noticeably human parts, and he's working in a lab, working a lot of different machines.
Does he have any Skagtoria escorts? No.
No. Why would he need them here?
Go get him, Ray.
Yeah. We're just gonna open with the intimidation check.
Yeah.
As I storm up, priest.
Oh, wait, Brutus like, watch this. This is where the fun gets.
Yeah. 3 successes. Is that enough?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to.
Yep.
Brother Castile, I saw you. Or that you're. I mean, I was there in the background. Looking at the nice Xeno ship, I thought the USBC thought we were going to be south.
Fist down on
My
console.
Xeno ship.
Huh?
My Xeno ship.
Yes.
Are you aware there is a Chaos Cruiser currently in orbit around your planet?
Yes, our sensor readings pick it up. Well, it's not in orbit. It's actually, it is close. It is still close. It's in system. It is not in orbit, because if it was in orbit, we'd be able to hit it with the orbital defense weapons. But it is. Your point stands. I'm sorry. I over-explain things when I'm nervous, like my own habits right now, which is not helping. I'm so sorry. I should
Be silent, priests. There's a curiosity. I have not read in any of your logs that other Chaos vessels have come there.
Well, it's a
Can you explain why the ship would certainly approach after you've built a Xenos device? And I point at the radar installation. I have seen these before.
Where have you seen them, Brother Castile?
It's none of your concern the planets I've been to, or what dark places that I have gone on behalf of the Emperor.
Well, according to our records, it is an Imperial design, not a Xenos design.
It is utilized with communicating with Xenos.
Oh, you know that. Yes, that is
I
true.
do.
Yes.
So why would you be looking for that's like compact, highly effective weaponry? I mean, I would also see that this place is in dire need of a fireworks display, but seems like that's a little bit of an overkill.
Well, USBC actually did a lot of research after the the Imperium, after we lost the light of the Astronomicon, which guides and protects civilization. The Jokero have a means of traveling faster than light without the warp, and that they are a friendly species. And in fact, that there is a supposed clan of them relatively near, within transmission range. So USBC thought he could contact them to help us, because he found something that they would want in trade.
Insight, just to make sure he's not lying to us.
Sure.
So
This is going to be a 5.
okay, that's fine.
All right. Because he is very nervous, but he is also partly robot.
Yeah.
Oh shoot! Well, I think yeah. So 1,
I count 5.
2, 3, 4, 5. Yep.
All right. Yeah, with that in mind, he seems to be honest.
All right. So, So, tell me, have you actually talked to has USBC talked to any of this Jacaro recently?
I don't know. He's the only one authorized to use it. But he has been very eager on me setting up this synthesizer to make trade goods for the Jokero.
What trade goods specifically?
Well, it is very,
Speak, please.
If you can't trust, that's like, look, we don't. That's like we truly don't see. It's like USBC's motives as sinister yet. But do you really want to look into the eyes of our friend here and lie to him about anything?
No, he is a guardian of humanity. It is they like certain human luxuries that they themselves often apparently do not think to make or lose track of. So I'm trying to synthesize a luxury for these Jokero.
Which particular luxury?
It is an ancient earth, the taste of an ancient earth fruit that they apparently greatly desire.
So, which fruit would that be?
I have lost the name, but there are scant records of it. But I believe I've synthesized it. I of course have my taste receptacles have been, my brain been modified so that all food tastes the same. So I can eat anything and still derive enjoyment from it.
Well, you're in luck. There are royal taste testers here to be able to give you an insight onto what you're missing out on. Bring it forth!
Oh, of course. He goes very nervously to the synthesizer and pops it out. And then there is a little dish. It's like custard. I mean, it looks like custard.
Do you still have the same problems?
What?
Well, can you taste things still?
Yeah, but I'm not eating that shit.
Well, the lesson for you on that one. So and I've already insight, so he's not seeming like he's telling me about this. So Spooner, actually, just my finger, and that one just.
Oh, don't. Oh, yeah, I'll have to make a new batch.
So, what does it taste like? So
Banana.
BANANA.
So they're making banana cream.
So you have banana cream. That's interesting.
What is that? Is that an Eldar word?
That's a human word.
Banana cream.
As well as
Banana cream.
I'm not sure what we were calling it, other than delicious.
It works. I do.
But
my formula would work.
Well, I'm glad to hear that too. But in turn, again, this seems a little bit off right now for along trade goods. Are we certain there's nothing else? Because this seems to be a little bit of circuitous way in order to get banana pudding.
Well, it's for the Jokero, because without them, we're trapped on this world.
So, with no one else to Get you out?
I mean, no ships have come. You're the first ship that has come since the dark. I mean, we have to keep a servitor with Octavius when he sleeps, so he doesn't hurt himself.
So, okay. That seems to be good to know right now. Pat him on the back. Excellent job on all the provisions. I shall ask for the recipe myself because
that is... Should I give him the recipe?
I believe the synthesizers on the Harlock could produce this on a regular basis. You really must try it.
At this point, the alarm goes off.
We're back at the priest.
Do they really have a pudding? It's like a pudding alarm.
No, it's
this is why I don't like
central
people.
stairwell.
Does
Do you have security devices to tell us what is going on?
Not here. This is the lab. It's
You don't need security in the lab.
Take us to him.
Nothing bad happens in the lab.
I mean, you could follow the red blinky lights.
Right.
Cut to a lot of guardsmen, some half-dressed because they were sleeping, because, again, this place is getting kind of lax. But they're all yelling, put the weapon down! What's going on? Put the weapon down! Are we under attack? Are we under attack? And then,
it's like, you scream a lot.
yeah, so they're mostly pointing their weapons at you.
Could I come out of the library?
You do come out of the library. Good thing your hair is already white, because, it was a real spooky thing. Do you have Psyker, or I guess you could make a scholar check.
I have awareness and I have scholar.
Yeah, you can give me a scholar check. This will be challenging, though. So this will be 5 successes to identify the creature that you saw.
Yeah, we're doing good.
Yeah, she's got more than enough.
1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay. So you get a shift. The creature, the Ordo Malleus calls it a chimera, and they consider them warp creatures, not actual demons, but you're not sure what that different. Well, I mean, do you want to know the difference, or do you want to know more about them? You get 1 shift, so
I feel like knowing more about them would be a good.
All right. As you saw, they don't have a firm shape. They're rather an amalgam of different creatures, and they can phase through things. They do have physical bodies, but they can choose when they're physical and when they're not. They need to be physical to hurt people. That's when you have to hit them. But other times, when they're phasing through a wall, they're intangible. So they're really hard to fight. Unless you're got a really powerful anti-psychic weapon that can wallop them in 1 hit.
Hey guys, calm down. My orc's just really good at hitting things.
I just went to go like, I killed the Gribbly.
So you two come on, show up as well. Everyone's there, and there's shouting, but standing them down. It's partially caught on the security cameras of the creature. You're not sure why it didn't keep attacking you. Maybe it thought you were a lot weaker, or was just startled by the fact that you had a bolter gun and didn't want to get caught.
This is literally why we keep an orc.
Yeah.
Hello.
So, but then as it was going down the stairwell, the orc walloped it. But now everyone is freaking out, and they're all... someone can give me a persuasion or a leadership check to try and calm the colony down.
Yeah.
You're the charismatic
So-
My persuasion is 1. My leadership is a little bit better at 5, but still not great.
That's like, good people of the Imperium, do not, it's like, fret. This foul beast was taken care of not only by our
Foul beast.
our intrepid battle sister, but also the unorthodox methods of our own, of the orc allies. Xenos can be helpful in different situations.
In my mind, he's like just a peddler.
Yeah. That's not quite heresy, because I mean, you guys are practicing that right now.
I know.
But
I'm just saying, I'm seeing that line from Braveheart again. Like Gorkamore tells me to get me out of this mess. But pretty sure you're fucked.
By the way, you do know you both know Inquisitors. There are some schools of the Inquisition that would burn this entire settlement for agreeing with that.
Yeah.
So
but in turn,
but they'd also kill you too, because again,
But in turn, cheer him on.
Anyways, give me a roll.
Cheer both of them on.
You're gonna need 5. You're gonna need 5.
5. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Nope.
Woof. Yeah.
Hi, Wrath Dive.
Yep. Well, you could re-roll that.
Rat.
All your failures.
Yeah, that's their.
So many failures.
I think I just had 1.
You had 2.
You had 2. Okay,
Yeah,
so.
you too.
So
But yeah, that's a reroll.
all right.
We're about to. That would cause us to be chased out of here right now.
Yeah, no.
This will turn into a combat scenario
I
real
mean,
quick.
flashlights aren't going to do much to me and him, but you.
Well, you're not empowered.
Are
You're
you
not
kidding me?
Yeah. Let's see here.
You don't re-roll the rat dice.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you're right. Sorry.
Yeah,
So
that's fine.
let me.
That's more successes, though.
Well,
You're at 4, so you'd have to use glory dice. You can still use glory dice.
I believe in you.
You need 1 more to have a basic success in the complication.
there we go.
Yay.
2.
All right.
Sorry, that took so much.
All right, so there is a complication. And the complication
I'm still holding the banana pulley.
is going to be that Gerard.
Do you like vids about gladiators?
Let's see here.
I'm milking this. I am.
It's fine. Oh yeah, no. Gerard says, "I know what the problem is. It's those mutants. We don't need them to work anymore. We can get by without them. We have to purge the mutants now."
That wasn't my point.
All right, so Gerard gets a bunch of some of the bureaucrats and some of the guards. A few of the guards and workers start heading down to go purge all the mutants.
Oh, gosh.
So you can head that off with an intimidation check.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, could I just stomp it from the group?
Not that I don't believe in my own abilities, but I think I may have said the wrong thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not the Xenos, it's the mutants.
Well, I'll burn one of my wrath. Reroll.
How many successes does he need?
For him, it would be 3.
Yeah, more than 2.
Well, you can keep the successes.
Yeah, I did get 2. There we go.
All right.
But I did get a complication on the rat die. So. Ugh. All right.
All right. So
Yeah.
you stop that, so the complication will be hidden. So,
Okay. That's
actually, I'll
fair.
just give myself another ruin point. So,
All right.
so
So
I'm up to
I
6.
just plant myself
God.
in front of them, and
Yeah.
Scowl.
they can't see me. I've got a friggin' massive helmet on, so scowling's not gonna do it again.
I mean, you were at dinner. Like, you don't necessarily. You're definitely not in your Terminator armor, so you could be in your personal armor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like you can't. You're just socializing. Like, you didn't expect combat. Yeah. The tech reset servitors that could service your armor.
I always expect combat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when I'm out of armor, I've got a shroud. Like,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You have the shroud on.
It's almost
that's
like a monk's hood.
Yeah. So yeah, you have the shroud on.
So
It's
yeah,
just as scary.
no, I just stomp in front of them and
Yeah.
it's just a bureaucrat. He doesn't have to solve a title. I guess director or whatever.
You.
Stand your forces down, director. This is a beast of the warp. Mutants are not psychers inherently. You don't believe that they could have actually be pulling chaos creatures out of thin air, do you?
Well, if it's not your pet Xenos, then who is it?
Obviously, there is some taint of chaos about your colony. You tell me, director.
We are a good and holy crew here of this settlement, and we nothing happened until now, until you came.
That's not true.
What?
That's not true. People are disappearing.
And also, I feel like it's shifting the blame slightly. Like,
Now you are
slightly, a
blame-shifting?
lot.
Politician.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Considering the presence of the chaos vessel in your system, there's something more at work here.
I trust in the Emperor to protect us.
And he has. And I kind of like stares into the darkness under my cowl.
Insight roll to kind of see what he's hiding. Or...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to break into these documents at some point.
Well, that's going to have to be somebody that can hack.
No, that's
Hack? I could do that.
it's literally a steal.
Well, you didn't even get a chance to try because
No, I know.
All
That's looking a lot
right.
better, Aaron.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, he seems a little confident for someone who was previously very subservient and very like trying to ingratiate himself with the battle sister. So
What does he think
he got a little steel in his spine from somewhere all of a sudden.
What does he think he has on her or over her?
Well, not over the battle. It's like, why is he now? He was just very nervous to talk to a battle sister. You saw that at the party, but now he's willing to stand up to a space marine. Like,
Yeah, she's the militant arm of the faith, and they are sometimes tasked out with the Inquisition, specifically the Ordo Malleus, which is anti-chaos.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm not
Remember
exactly...
those envelopes or those letters that he gave me?
yeah.
Just saying.
All right, so Captain is like, "Are we done here? Though, can we get? I'll start. I'll put patrols out, and I'll send out squads to sweep every of our all the levels and stuff, whatever."
I think that's
that Daphne. Was that Daphne?
That was Daphne.
Yeah.
She's such a great girl.
I look up to you.
Thanks.
It's prudent, Captain, but we should also make sure that you have tripled your guard force at all choke points and other high-value areas of access. These creatures can move through, bang on the bulkheads. So,
Freaking chaos.
yes.
Right? Oh my gosh. So
bad.
annoying. And also kind of scary sometimes.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, the guard immediately get to work, start setting up patrols, start setting up additional shifts. They start sweeping all the levels all the way down to the mushroom farms, but that'll take some time to get, because those are the occupied levels. There's basically 3 major sections. The occupied, that's where people live and work. There's the archives, which are just rows of data slates and servers, and those are all basically vacuum sealed, like no one in or out unless they need an access. So, and then there's the abandoned levels, which are below the occupied levels. The archive levels are to the side; they're basically all around you, but they're about at this depth.
okay.
There's nothing really. It's like there's one major, like in terms of the way it looks in the 3D space, it would be like one major area that goes way far down. That's the major area, and then like about midway down, there's all the archives spreading out in like a sort of plan. So all the archives are basically sealed up, and there's motion sensors. So if like a mouse moved in there, they would know it. But like most of those are left untouched for centuries at a time. So, but yeah, below you don't know how far it goes. And what's below the mushroom farms. Yeah.
Could be.
Anyways, so yeah, you can all regroup and make the plans. So I assume you want to look at the letters.
Yep.
All right. You break the seal. You look at it, it's like, head bureaucrat, to the head bureaucrat it may concern. I am Gerard, bureaucrat of Skagtoria 617. I'm clearly highly qualified. Please transfer me and my family off this planet, and me and my entourage off this planet as soon as possible. Send a vessel if you can. I would be a catch for your own records. I'm a master data archivist. Blah 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 blah. He wants to get off this planet. So if you want to, of course, that maybe there's hidden messages in these letters or something like that. So you could analyze that, or you could go back to the data access chamber and try and hack.
I think I'm going to try and figure out the hidden messages because I think that the data center is a little bit like bad memories or whatever. So I'll try and figure out any hidden messages that might be in all this.
Yeah. Or investigation, actually.
Okay, investigation is, 1, 2, 3, 4.
4.
Yep.
You're gonna need at least 5 if you want to succeed.
You can
spend the last glory. Or you
No, I can spend a wrath point.
spend a wrath. Okay.
Reroll.
'Cause-
Yeah. The failures. Yeah, keep the ones that you have.
Nothing.
All right.
Do you think it's worth it?
We're kind of running on.
We've got nothing right now as far as leads go. Like, all right. Guess you know nothing.
Well, you do have. I mean, you have leads in that. One, now that you have all this evidence, you can confront USPC with it, and like,
Right.
what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Two, you can actually go. You haven't talked to the mutants yet.
No, that's true. We haven't gone down yet.
Yeah. So, or Gerard. I mean, he is looking shifty. You could try and investigate him.
Yeah.
Or you. And if you don't want to hack, that's fine. But like, you could.
Hack. I could hack.
That's
Hey,
not the
literal
kind of
interpretation
hack
of
we need.
So those are three things those are three avenues you could pursue without me really giving you any hints.
Yeah, so currently we know the tech priests are building a device to talk to
The
Jacaro for, on the surface, an attempt to set up trade for a way off the rock. Could be more than that. We've got warp creatures popping into the station.
Oh yeah, you can also talk to Black Cleaver and try and figure out more of like.
Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah, he might have. Actually, no. I'll say Pugnus comes in and it's like, "Hey, I've been interrogating the prisoner."
okay.
I'm here.
Thanks, Buckness.
He says, Black Cleaver's bought, someone up the chain of command in Black Cleaver's organization. He's a psychic, and the psychic had a vision that the Jacaro were going to be here. And this organization is primarily a weapons dealing organization.
Gotcha.
And so you kind of want the best weapons in the galaxy. You talk to them. So they wanted someone here to make a contact with them so they could start trading in digital weapons and that kind of thing. So he confirmed your story about they are coming if there's a psychic vision of them coming. And Black Cleaver says, well, he has more information about the Jacaro, that these are a different type of Jacaro. The average Jacaro is basically an orangutan technical savant that is mute.
Yeah.
You just give them parts and they build a weapon for you. Some Inquisitors literally have them as essentially henchmen to just build them weapons and shit like that. So
That's literally a Sentai plot.
yeah, but these Jacaro are a clan that have somehow been mutated, that they actually have speech and more free will and independence. They're more freewheeling dealers. So
It can be dangerous.
Yeah, just a bit.
Their ships
Sounds like they'd be fun.
Their ships apparently do not have a problem in the Dark Imperium. They can travel freely. So
There's not much of an Imperial Navy presence out here, and apparently they have FTL capabilities that transcend our current understanding of how to do that, because
yeah,
y'all have your crappy way of doing it where you skip along and then we, being humans and orcs, just brute force our way through chaos, essentially.
The word for it is elegant. That's how we go.
That's
but the webways is actually really good. It's just the webway is in shitty condition.
yeah.
That's why you need people like me to
It's like
navigate.
driving through Oklahoma. Like when it's just the roads when they're fine, it's good, but like there's just not many of them. The rest of the time you're just dodging asphalt at like 60 miles an hour.
Oh, God.
I'm sure all our UK listeners really love this.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I think the context.
Context.
Anyway,
Baz is sitting down there going, mm-hmm.
so you got more information. So
All right.
you could talk to USBC. You could. I mean, you don't even have to make rolls to talk to him. You have enough evidence that you could like.
Okay. Yeah, we
fess up.
just go storm in on him.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, basically.
Yeah, if we can get that done now, because
And I have a good idea.
before we go. Okay, cool.
So
All right.
I had a good idea.
So the four of you head there. Pugnus is again guarding Black Cleaver, and he says he will help the guards deal with the set up patrols and things to guard against the Chimera. Pugnus thinks that the Chimera was sent as an assassin. That's why it fled after the first hit, because it knew it couldn't, like, he was trying to kill you stealth, and when it failed with that first hit, then it knew it wasn't going to stay.
And now I know about it.
Yeah.
You don't want me to know.
Well, the
about
bolter
you.
made too much noise.
And now they know you have.
It didn't want anybody to see it. No, no witnesses, kind of thing. And so
Yeah.
it failed that, so it fled. So y'all storm in his office.
I actually just kind of stride in. I still have the container of banana pudding with me that I took from USPA. But just set it in from there. Good sir, deception leaves a sour taste in our mouths.
Is it sour?
No, it tastes like sweet banana, but the thing is that
good.
it's part of a larger trade that you've not been honest about.
Not been honest. I have not lied about it. I just didn't tell you about it.
Well, you didn't tell us about it, but also for the fact that...
But you're a Xeno. I'm not supposed to tell you about it.
Oh, well, how about this? You can tell Helm him Proxy and look at me while you look at me while you're saying that.
Just because you're, you are a space marine, and I respect and revere you, but that doesn't mean I have to ignore my own orders and oaths. And I am the lead tech priest of this, and I have determined our best chance of survival of this entire settlement is to make contact with the Jokero. And I saw no reason for me to reveal that to you, because you were merely staying there. You had your own means of traveling the warp, and you were not sharing with us. But now you know. But I have no idea why this warp creature attacked one of you. I have suspected for a long time that there was something at the bottom levels that was dangerous.
But should you have informed us or informed anybody else about that, or...
It was dormant, and I figured I could seal off the bottom levels and ignore it.
So, and any random
Any
mutants.
chaos taint cannot be ignored.
Also, unlock the vaults for me.
Why? Oh, sorry. Yes, I guess I should. I will allow you access to those records. You can do it in my office with servitor guards.
Whatever.
All right, so you start working. But yes, it is a plan. It is a desperate plan. But the Jokero are one of the few Xeno species we are allowed to contact peacefully, and I wish to make sure Skagtoria 617 survives.
So
Survives by abandoning it?
Well, perhaps they could bring us supplies. We could trade them this luxury that they crave for food, for parts.
And for potential FTL drive to get you out of here that's like so need to abandon the place.
If they would reveal that to us, we would be heroes of the
So,
Imperium. They've not revealed that to us. They've never revealed it to us.
so there's no particular plans of luring them in here and then trying to beat that secret out of them.
I mean, they would... You clearly have no idea how advanced they are. One of their ships could destroy a planet. I would not dare antagonize them. I am not suicidal. I just believe that they can travel through the warp, so we might as well try to reach them. It's better than simply waiting to die.
So then what about the possibility of taking care of that? And also, does that mean you're taking care of any of the other mutants or others that are here?
Well, maybe the mutants occasionally have psychers. We have not detected any psychers, but we don't have any inquisitors in this settlement. We do not know how to test. We literally have to ask them, "Are you a psyker?"
You have to tell us.
And if there are weird things, we have rudimentary techniques to detect psychers. But perhaps it is very possible one of the mutants is a psyker. We don't know about it. What Inquisitor would want to be stationed here? The black ships last came 94 years ago, and they only took a handful from us. But
If you've no Inquisitors here, how did you get one of their designs for contacting the Jokero?
Well, it wasn't their design; it was our design. It was always the tech. I mean, you have 10,000 years of records. not everything's grain tithes and personnel records. There are valuable standard templates here and other valuable knowledge. We simply keep talking about how we just have grain records. We have all these archives. It's a kind of subterfuge so that no one thinks to look here for important secrets. But as a tech priest design, those inquisitors couldn't put together a cart with 4 wheels without it falling apart. They're utterly relying on us. They keep calling us heretics because, well, that's another story. But it was a tech priest. It was a Martian design.
So you have not sought out the lower levels to understand this.
I know there's something wrong with them. The Captain Daphne said she lost a patrol there, but I thought that was just because it's architecturally unsound.
Is there any potential that it is connected to the appearance of this chaos vessel?
I'm not an expert on chaos and heresy. Ignorance is the greatest strength of the faithful.
You're not wrong.
So, but if a Xeno can help guard us against chaos, I mean, obviously my ignorance is becoming a liability.
You're also not
when
wrong.
are the Jakara expected to arrive?
Soon. I have made contact with them. I have sent them technical readouts of the banana cream, and they have been very enthusiastic about it. And they said they would come here shortly. But their idea of shortly is, hopefully they do not, the Chaos Vessel, I would not want to see a battle between hopefully the Chaos Vessel gets bored before they come. I did warn them of it, but...
So in this case, are we looking at in terms of hours, days,
I have
weeks,
no idea.
months?
They are an odd species. It is hard to make sense of their language. Even when they speak in standard.
So, well, maybe it's not even the threat of the chaos ships. Maybe it's whatever's lurking underneath here that may be preventing them.
Well, if they're that scared by it, I mean, I don't know why it hasn't come up and just killed us all yet.
It seems something else that might warrant further investigation, just to make sure there's not an active threat underneath you.
Can I wander off and go start doing scholarly?
Actually, I'm just going to actually, it's right. It's like, thank God, I'm wandering away too. Good
Okay.
God.
She's going to go read books.
Well,
Actually,
basically
when I realized what you're going to do, like, damn.
I have a complication because I always do, and I have 4.
all right.
Is that enough, or do I need to?
You'll get some information out of it. So what do you want to know?
I want to know, essentially, like, why they started building and why they stopped building.
Okay. Why they stopped building is actually easier to find. When they get that far down, they detected it would compromise the integrity of the structure if they kept digging too far down. So they stopped there, and then inertia. They just didn't have they'd have to wait for a century for more supplies to show up before they started digging. And in that century, they just kind of gave up on it. What the project was initially this. It's kind of hard for you to grasp, but it because it is very technical. But this was going to be a forge world at one point, basically a planet-sized factory. But they changed their minds very shortly after they started howling out, and they realized they could store data here and then make it look like a mundane facility to hide the scope of it. The archives are actually much larger than you realize. They actually do span in a continent, like 8,000 miles in any direction.
Okay.
But they are mostly off limits because they're so far away. They literally don't have the food to just go through archive after archive, because you kind of have to go through it on foot or on small, like a hover vehicle or something like that. And yeah, it is. So there is something here, but apparently it connects to the Jokero as well. So that's why they had the template here, is because this was designed. Actually, you almost get a sense that this was co-designed with the Jokero. like a Jokero was involved with the design of this facility.
We're gonna need that banana pudding recipe.
Well, all right. So it seems we need to get down into the bottom of this place and figure out what the hell's if there actually is anything down there that's leading warp shit in here. We also need to figure out what's going on with the director, the bureaucrat, and something bad's going to happen as soon as the Jakaro get here, because that's what the prisoner said. Probably don't want to split the party, though, that much, to everybody take one thing. So, I don't know.
Bureaucrat's just sketchy AF. So.
Yeah, he's super sketchy.
Yeah.
But we really don't have anything on him, so...
I whack things.
Well, that's
not Inquisitor talk. You always have, it doesn't matter if you have something on them or not, but anyway.
So, shortest, simplest thing we could probably resolve is going down into the pits and meeting the mutants and then going down to the lower levels and digging out trouble. So... we should probably start there and see if that gives us something a little more advanced to try and figure out the conspiracy.
Maybe we'll find some heretics.
It sounds like we're more likely to find chaos itself, so that's probably
Can we
better.
burn that?
Heretics can
Yes.
summon chaos creatures like that.
Yes, they can.
So
It doesn't seem mutually exclusive, so I think.
all
we're
right,
okay.
so you arm up in your Terminator armor.
Yeah.
Everybody else gets ready for potential battle because you are going down there. But yeah, you take the freight elevator down to the mushroom farm level, where the mutants go. And
Do they have a leader?
sure. What's their name?
Sigmund.
Sigmund. All right, Sigmund is there waiting for you. These are mutated people, but they are not. They're obviously all mostly very pale, except for a few who are like very red or ruddy. Some of them do have obvious mutations, like there's one person with just one eye. There's a couple with larger jaws or smaller jaws. I mean, these, but
They're not like the hardcore mutants.
they're not
like
tentacally. They're
it's
not
not Futurama mutants.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. They're like you actually for a lot of them they could pass as normal people.
Okay.
So
Yeah, there's some like hardcore mutant, like actual subspecies that are like named.
yeah, that are like John Carpenter's The Thing, like that. Yeah, Shoggoth level mutants. But yeah, none of these people are like that. They do have some propaganda posters there. If you wake up, tell us if your neighbor is a psyker, get a bonus ration. You know, watch out for chaos. It's bad. Yeah.
Yep.
They didn't have the best poster propaganda designer.
Yeah.
That sounds legit. That sounds legit.
But they're all in awe, of course, at seeing the four of you.
Yeah.
There's just stunned silence. And there's a few gasps, especially when they see you two, and then of course when they see the two of you as well, they're like, they're equally in awe of all of you. Like,
Yeah.
they're
Greetings, fellow travelers.
It's like,
There's one kid. Hi. Everyone else.
You have spirit. I like you.
I just went, I've never had humans look at me this way.
Yeah.
What do I do?
What kind of
Smile.
mutant are you?
Oh, that's adorable.
Then I was like, oh, that's an orc. Or a Xeno. What? The orcs aren't real. They are real. Shut up.
I was like, no, I'm real. You want to see? Here, touch it.
Yeah.
You really should touch that with a gloved hand.
It's like,
Well.
it's like,
He just runs off.
it's like, would you like me to talk to you about spores?
So this entire level is you can actually see off into the horizon. There's a small town near the elevator with basically built of like tin shacks and that kind of thing. There are dim lights, but after that there's just like farming machinery and like mushroom farms. There's like 6 different types growing
Are
in
they
different
pretty
cycles.
big? Like kind of hard. Does it make it hard to see down?
There's one species that's as big as trees, but the
Okay.
others are small. So this is their food supply.
Got it.
And yeah. they are pretty dependent on it. So yeah, the mutants do the hard work around. There are humans here, like guardsmen and like human workers. Like then they're clearly delineated by their uniforms.
Yeah.
And so they're the bosses. So there is a hierarchy here, but the conditions don't look too bad for anybody. I mean, not great, but like there's no change. There's no execution platforms or anything. So
That's something.
Yeah. By Imperium standards, this is actually a very nice place.
There's way worse places to live
Yeah.
that are considered normal.
Again, this seems to be like a planet forgotten by the rest of the galaxy.
Yeah.
So they haven't quite forgotten war because they still have guards and everything, but like
Sure, but
they certainly don't have a fresh memory.
yeah, they're not a meat grinder.
Yeah, Daphne is one of the few. Daphne and some of her guards are the only ones who have living memory of being in battle. So.
Yeah.
But anyways, they are all looking at you, and then Sigmund's like, "Hello, I'm Sigmund. I am I am the first among the mutants. I speak for them. If you have questions, I will be glad to, or commands." Lorax is my last name.
Lorax. Sigmund Lorax.
I speak for them. We are honored beyond word to have 4 warriors here to grace us with their presence, including a slayer of a mighty monster.
No. Well, I try to stay humble.
So you're aware of the presence of potential chaos.
We have heard guardsmen came to warn us and to tell us to be on sign for some things. Bug-eyed Joe over there thinks he saw it come up through the shroom trees.
Through the shroom trees?
Yes, it moved. He's Bug-eyed Joe. He tells a lot of tall tales.
Well, according to our friend here, it did seem to phase through different things, but it seems like if it was coming up underneath your fungal grove, if that's the appropriate term.
No, the shroom trees. The fungal grove's that way.
Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah. No, it's fine. I had thwack stick.
Bug-eyed Joe comes out. He has very large eyes. They're very twitchy and moving independently of each other. He says, "Yeah, I saw it good. I was out there. I was picking up scraps like I do, and then went up there."
Is this a regular movement, or is it just has it only occurred once or twice?
Oh, I've seen other things like that too, out in the shadows and out down the sector that they don't let nobody in. I don't go in there, but I go within looking range. They don't say you can't look at it, so I look at it.
Who says that you can't look at the sector or can't go into the sector?
Well, Sigmund says it's a bad idea, and then the tech priest said it was bad because it was unsound, and then the bureaucrats put a big rule saying if you went down there, you'd get punished. They take all your shrooms away for a week. The happy shrooms. I need my happy shrooms.
Indeed.
We all do.
I'd be honored to give you a happy shroom.
I probably will imbibe later, as I find that my ability to fight demons of chaos is usually slightly impaired by that.
I'll take one.
Okay, yeah.
I can't speak for him.
There's actually an item set in here you could get, Tom, that's just...
Yeah.
It's just orc-like drug bag. And you just take it, and it just gives you a buff. Like, it's just like diesel and like Drano and cocaine, basically. And you just drink it.
Well, that's gonna happen now.
Yeah. Turning to Sigmund, I ask him, how many... We're led to understand some of your people have been lost in this forbidden sector. How often... When was the last time you received reports of missing personnel?
Give me a persuasion check.
Absolutely.
Or a leadership check.
Okay.
To see how much they trust you.
Okay, so I know we are new to this.
Get a bonus die because you have an additional Xeno.
Okay.
It makes them feel like they're, if the Space Marines can handle Xenos, then maybe there's something for me up there. There's not, but we can know, but...
It's probably better.
Hey, look at
well,
that.
That's nice.
Glory.
One of those.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
You are saviors. Yes.
And
No.
Your head.
The
Later.
bureaucrats have been giving us a lot of fines and punishments lately because they administer our laws, and we have been and so they've been very explicit for us not to reveal certain things to anybody else, not to the guards, not to the tech priests, not to anybody. And in fact, I am breaking the laws by telling you this, but I feel
You have the Emperor's protection now. You may speak freely, citizen of the Imperium.
Many of us have gone missing. Over 100 in the last 4 cycles.
good grief.
When does it occur?
He gives you every other week.
Is it? Does it come during sleep cycles? Is it a scheduled event?
It is usually mostly it is people who go over to the shroom trees or near the. But it has been getting closer and closer to our town. So I've started sending out malcontents to keep the town safe, banishing people because somebody has to disappear, and I don't know who. And the administrators say it's our fault.
This is a pattern of chaos. It is always ever reaching and expanding.
The bureaucrats are very, very certain that it is our fault that we are going missing, and that we must not tell anybody because that would encourage a mutiny. So I've been trying to keep, but everybody
Has
knows
this
here.
been passed down by Gerard himself?
I never talked to him. It is crime to talk to the High Administrator. His lackey Ian. He is the one who is mostly involved with us. He is in his office. There's one like prefab, basically it would look like a trailer. It's been assembled, but it's like has air conditioning and environmental controls. So
I think that at this point we should have a long Discord with Ian.
Well, I mean, maybe not quite yet, because if we go kicking in and oh, hey, your lackeys just came crying to us that you've been abusing him, he's going to probably keep abusing him when we go down the deep, dark, scary hole. So
I was saying taking him with us. Make him deal with his own shit.
why not?
And you say I have no good ideas.
Well,
in character, we're not going to say that shit.
all right.
so who's going to be the champion of the people to go storm in and drag out the dickhead?
Well, I can do half of that.
Is that
but-
athletics?
I mean, I would accept that. Ian's not going to fight back. He's not going to. The unarmed human administrator is not going to win a fight with Terminator armors.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Figured I'd let the people's champion go in there and do
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Both of you two kind of been earning that.
Yeah, if the
title on
Xenos
this
want to go
planet.
wail on some fucking bureaucrat.
Well, it might look a little
Is he
bit
a
nice.
heretic?
It's at this point.
It's heretical to treat your people like this.
You're
treat your crew.
Wait, this is the Imperium. No, it's not.
I'm giving you an excuse.
It's very likely he's a heretic.
1,
science
2,
point to
3,
yes.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
she like you kicking indoors.
Renee, please narrate what Cerulean is doing to this Ian, the bureaucrat.
She's just got a very slow smile on her face as she punches a hole through the wall,
Okay.
grabs him, and pulls him out through the same hole in the wall.
Yeah, it's not like an armored bunker. It's just like a trailer. So,
Yeah.
I
I heard there was some heresy around here, and you seem to be at the root of it.
No, please, grant me protection.
I set him down in front of the Space Marine.
Grant me protection. I'll tell you anything. Please don't execute me.
You will not be executed, Administrator.
Yet.
We need you to take us down to investigate the source of the disappearances that you have been experiencing. As the head administrative officer on site, surely you are aware of the pattern and locations of these.
Um,
And it's your responsibility.
oh, by the way, just so you, all of you can make a scholarship check, actually, with the information you got from, or investigation. Actually,
Investigation,
Batterson,
okay.
yeah, if you have investigation. You
Oh, I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah,
anymore,
that's-
so
that
I
shit's not
switched that.
happening.
Never mind.
yeah, that's fair.
You can make a base roll just off your
Just
intellect.
intelligence.
I got
Yeah.
a
It's influence.
glory point.
I got a complication.
Holy shit!
Well, it's knowing things.
Yeah,
so,
it's knowing things, yeah.
Well, I got a 3.
Nice.
It was 1.
3's enough.
Yet again, the orc
Oh god, I figure it out.
knows more than...
I got a 7.
That's
Okay.
Okay.
With 3 basic success, you realize the timeline matches up with when the Dark Imperium started, like when the
Okay.
Astronomicon Light was started.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And
like, hey, you ever think about the timing? Wait, my brain hurts.
so you got a 3. So how many extra 6s did you get over 3? Like how many shifts do you get?
You got...
I have 3 6s, so I needed a 3.
Yeah,
You
you
needed
needed
3.
3.
So
So 1.
2.
Extra.
2 6s.
So 2 shifts. All right. All right. So the basic thing was to find out and realize that this is clearly a cult that started when the Dark Imperium happened. Like when KDFL, Chaos's strength rose up in this sector, in this whole part of the galaxy, and the light of the Astronomicon from Terra was weakened or extinguished, so you can't now. So basically, everyone was isolated. Chaos. So that explains that. But you can ask 2 more things, figure out 2 more things about it. Like one could be, why do they need? What are they doing with the mutants? And 2, well, that could be one thing you ask, or like, what do you have any questions coming off the top of your head?
I guess was that Chimera sent as an assassin for me, essentially, and by whom?
It was definitely sent to you by. Well, I'll treat that as one question because you don't know who, because you don't know. It was clearly sent by the cult, and the cult does.
Okay.
It was sent by the cult to kill you because they thought you'd be an easy target because they obviously don't recognize how tough the battle sister is because they don't want you poking around. They were probably planning to kill all of you, one way or the other, with the Chimera, but this is the first time they've been assassinating people secretly, so they're not very good at it. So that's your first question. What else?
Okay. Was there anything else that you guys know?
So
How
we know we're
find
not dealing
out?
with a cult.
Yeah, it's definitely Chaos Cult.
And
You could ask what they're doing with the mutants. You could ask what do you think what their motive, what their goal is.
yeah, that's honestly
Think
what I'd
motive
rather know
is-
is, yeah. Why are they doing this? What are they trying to signal they're open?
Actually, it's probably in a sense no different from the Tech Priest. They want to get out. They're trapped on this planet. They're going to starve to death.
That's fair.
They saw chaos as a way of getting out because
Yep, that's a pretty normal decision desperate people make in this universe.
Yep. So
They started sacrificing and making calls, and something answered that would explain where the ship came from.
mm-hmm.
All right, great. So yeah,
Well, it's also maybe Chaos wants to get a hold of this Jokera technology too,
yeah,
or at least deny it to the Imperium.
yeah, makes
So-
sense. All right, so we're gonna go down the creepy hole.
Oh, it's like, yeah, we're going down the hole.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be the adventure if it wouldn't be.
Well, is the
Bug-Eye Joe volunteers to go with you.
Okay.
So do a number of the mutants.
Okay. Well,
2 of them grab on to Egan. Like,
do they? I mean, I know they don't have actual guns, let alone anything useful.
they have melee weapons.
Yeah, I figured they'd have melee weapons.
I mean, they're you did really well, and you've just fucking trashed Ian in front of them. They're willing to die for you. They're willing to go into battle for you.
Like they should.
Leadership test.
The guards are
Get the guardsmen to turn over some las rifles.
Yeah, you can do that.
5 points. Some las rifles for the
Yeah.
mutants.
The guards, you want us to come with you too?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually,
Yeah, the guardsmen go and they break out their additional auto guns.
Nice. Yeah.
So you have a good old mob with you.
Okay, cool. Let's take the angry mob down to deal with the other angry mob.
Just like my birthday.
You literally would have been, wouldn't it?
Like,
So
brings back
Bug Eye Joe
memories.
actually takes out a data slate that's been like covered in it was in a tarp or in a canvas bag.
Okay.
And it's covered in dirt and it barely boots up. But he gets it working. He says, "I stole this a long time ago and I didn't show anybody because it would have been really bad, but I figured it's worth it now. So you'll commute this. Pardon me for this, right? For stealing, because this has a map of the abandoned section.
you're stealing for the survival of your people, your crew. Nay, you are a hero.
I
in that
hook it
way.
in and download it into my suit. So
Yeah.
since it doesn't look like.
Do you have a tactics or a military type of role or something like that?
No, unfortunately.
Is there a skill like that?
There isn't, unfortunately.
What's a skill that you're good at that would be vaguely applicable? Right.
Possibly leadership again. So just to see-
Leadership would
I mean, the leadership, I was kind of.
let's see here.
But yeah, probably that's.
Actually, screw it. I'll let you use ballistic skill.
I was gonna say ballistic
essentially.
skill or weapon skill, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but that's not. Yeah, but no. You can give me that. Right. Woof. That was a really. Yeah, that's about as bad as that roll you made. I'll spend another wrath point.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a lot better. All right, yeah. I get 6
Okay.
on my roll.
With that, you also know the thing is about the nature of the enemy.
Yeah.
That it faces through walls. This sector was not fully dug, so they were only digging exploratory tunnels, so it's basically a honeycomb of small tunnels. Which is basically the best possible terrain for that chimera.
Sure.
Because it can just do hit and runs on everybody, and there's no good fields of fire.
Yeah.
So you're going to need some kind of plan, or those people are just going to get fucking murdered by that. If there's, that's
Possibly
assuming.
be shooting each other. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's going to get real bad. So you need to get some kind of plan about
As bad
that.
as losing the list. We don't want that.
One could be, create some sort of bait and lure it into an ambush site. There are 2 large areas that you could form a field of fire on it. You could lure it in there, but you need someone to be bait. 2, you could try and collapse some of the tunnels. You can get access to mining explosives or your own guns. Or crack grenades.
Yeah, I got some crack grenades too. But yeah, if I could save those for the mining explosion.
Yeah.
And I have plasma grenades, but I'm not sure if that'll do.
So with 6, those are the 2 plans.
Do
You
we
could try.
know how many chimera there are?
You do not.
We know there's more than one.
So yeah, you don't have much intel, and you don't know what's going to be down there. So clearly, they have some sort of cult site. And there's one area that leads off away from the main tunnel to a natural cavern that they found.
Okay.
So you're guessing there's 3 sites. There's 2 main big areas, and then there's the natural cavern. Those are the only places they can have like cult ceremonies. Everything else is just narrow tunnels.
Okay.
So it'd have to be. There's one big site near the entrance. That's like where people would. That's where the mining equipment was, and that's where people go to work. There's another one in the main area, sort of in the middle of the area, and then there's natural cavern. So you could set up the ambush site near your entrance, and then try and bring people back. Or you could, again, if you blow up certain tunnels, you could just force them into or you could actually just blow up a couple of non-hood-bearing tunnels, you hope, and create a larger area to fight and have a standard fight. So. But the easiest way to kill the chimera is to lure it in ambush and just have everyone open up on it. Because with the amount of guns you have now, like you wouldn't even have to roll. It's just a matter of who.
Yeah, no,
especially if you can get it in the open ground with your Terminator cannon, like it's gonna.
Yeah. So yeah, no.
Wait, do you have a Stormbolter or do you have a Terminator cannon?
I have Stormbolter. Yeah,
Okay,
I have Stormbolter.
Yeah, Stormbolter.
So,
I thought I might be asking just a little too much for you to give me the autocannon or the cyclone, which is statted in this game.
No, I know it is.
Cyclone launcher.
Anyways, so those are being the expert tactician that you are. Those are the. This is like you've done Space Hulk fighting training, so like
For sure.
this is actually very reminiscent of that. So
Yeah.
Memories.
Only it's not Tyranids, so
Well, there's a bonus.
should be way easier.
yeah, at least Gene Stealers are solid.
Yeah, but
So in turn, we need
Really
somebody
nasty.
else who's showboating enough to like go out and attract
we don't even need a
attention.
showboat. We have a volunteer. Pop, get forward.
Oh.
Redemption in the eyes of the Emperor comes
Oh,
today.
using Ian as your bait.
Yeah.
Okay.
But can there be some showboating as well?
It's like,
No.
Do you really desire this, Eldar?
So again, it's like this is part for the adventure, mostly for it's like mostly for the redemption, but a lot of fun in between.
All right, I
I'll
shoved
give you
I
another
shoved two
round point if you do that. Yeah.
I shoved two mining charges in your hand and like show on the schematics. Plant those, detonate them, run back here.
and don't do something stupid like die.
Well, why do you want to? Do you want to detonate them?
I thought we were going to.
Yeah, well, to like draw them, not to create the big firing field, just as wake up, like
Okay.
something's here, and it's something
You
with some
wanted to
juicy
show
gams.
that we're letting
So would that be,
Yeah.
and that would be cunning for kind of my. Oh no, that's. What
You'd
is
also
stealth?
cut down the number of places they
I
can
don't have
attack.
stealth, though, so-
Or
Yeah.
athletics.
All right.
But I do have athletics though. Yeah.
Do you have demo? Is there a demo skill?
No, there's
nope.
not.
It would probably be weapon skill,
And I have weapons, so
because
Well,
weapon
the
skills
planning
are
is fine. No, to plan
that's
it.
usually melee. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah, ballistic skill would work as well. So
Oh, okay.
you can make a ballistic skill check.
I do have a ballistic skills check. So
Well, one of you make a ballistic skill check to figure out where to plant the.
how, what's your
many do you
skill
have?
at?
Mine's 8.
Same.
Let's see.
Mine 0.
And that's intellect. So
No, it's agility.
Agility,
It's
5.
ballistic skill.
so 7. I'm right underneath you.
Yeah,
So go
I'll,
ahead.
yeah. Motherfuck again. So 4, but with a complication.
All right. No, you got it.
He told you where to go, man.
Yep.
Yep,
You wanted to showboat.
that's true.
All right.
All right.
No
So
regrets.
the plan will be: you sneak out, you plant the bombs, you run back, and then you'll have Ian waiting at the tunnel mouth. And basically, the idea is the Chimera will see Ian first. They'll have a bag over his head so he doesn't know who it is. But they'll give him an unloaded gun to make him look like he's a guardsman. Or no, they'll just put a helmet on him with a visor on it.
Yeah.
So he'll look like a guardsman. The Chimera will attack Ian, and then you'll all kill
Oh, yeah.
it. And if Ian survives the gunfire, well, then the Emperor protects.
Exactly.
But otherwise, oops.
He has earned his redemption.
So you have to plant the explosives and get out.
Yeah. Can I use cunning on that one to get in and out, or
Isn't there a stealth?
there is
skill?
stealth?
There is
I don't have
Stealth and
stealth. So,
athletics.
Well, you
or just athletics to run it. in.
cunning. I don't know what cunning does.
Let's see about
That's a
that
good
too.
question. Yeah, I've been wondering about cunning.
I looked back at it again.
I
I didn't.
figured-
I assumed it was
tricking people.
Yeah, I assumed it was like unconventional tactics, criminology type of the role. But
skills. All right, that is a 160. Yeah, I'll look it up.
General
where's the-
cleverness.
Skills. Start skills. Where is this? Athletics. Here we go. Leadership. Medicaid. Wait, where's cunning? Here it is. It's a fellowship skill, so it's for it's basically a streetwise skill.
okay, so yeah,
It's finding black market goods and shit like that.
Okay, never mind. So that was why I built it right now.
Well-
So stealth's not going to right now. Could I just?
So for this campaign, I'm also going to use cunning as like a chaos, and Xeno shit thing too. So like not just so scholarship isn't the only skill for that.
Okay,
cool.
that works
Yeah.
for me.
Oh,
So
that'll
you
work. Yeah.
Well, for certain Xeno species, like definitely Dark Eldar. So like, but not the
sketchy as
Tau.
it gets.
Like
Okay.
you wouldn't know shit about the Tau with it, but you definitely know shit about the Dark Eldar with that.
Okay, so in this case, I don't have any stealth. Would it be a possibility of me just running this and
Yeah,
planting?
athletics.
Okay, then I could do it. 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. All right. And I am getting a wrath point for the.
Yeah.
the Emperor protects.
And so, but I protect myself more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
All right, complication. The map wasn't. You ran, but you run really fast. Unfortunately, you took a wrong turn.
He did say it was a catacomb.
Yeah.
Who designs these things?
So the
Space bees?
It's like, bees?
The contents of the Space Wap's stomach.
so you hear the explosions go off, and the rest of you are just out there waiting. Ian has his mouth taped up, so he can't like warn anybody. So he's just out there shackled, but like holding an unloaded gun, frantically freaking out. So you're lost. Give me an awareness test.
Okay. Thanks, Ian.
And that's how we lost our Eldar.
3, 4, 5. And you said we kept our wounds from the last time, right?
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wounds, yeah.
Wounds, yeah, shock.
Yeah. I know. I healed the shock. And that's the awareness is off of an intellect, right?
Mhm.
4, 1,
It should
2,
say
3,
so. If it
4,
doesn't,
5.
then,
Yeah, it does.
Okay, so
I guess you're doing that on it.
yeah.
all right.
Oh.
Out of 6, 3, 4, 5,
That's
6,
looking
7,
real
8,
good.
9, 10. Sorry.
You are a space captain.
Wait, actually, I sit there in the middle. There you go.
It's a direction.
All right, so you have one shift. It was really difficult though, but you succeed.
It's a Renee's dice,
actually,
too.
no. What was your total?
10.
10. Yeah, the difficulty was 7. Sorry, I should have mentioned that. So,
It's okay.
I would imagine that would only give you one shift.
Yeah,
So
because there were 6s. So
yeah, you. What do you want as your shift? I can give you more information, or you can get out. You can guarantee that the Chimera is following you.
I want to guarantee that the Chimera is following me. So
All right, so
just, I sit there going like hearing it's not going the explosions. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, you didn't know where. I mean, that was the thing in your plan is you didn't know where the fuck it was, so you don't know what direction it's coming from.
Live and learn.
But thanks to your enhanced Eldar senses, you can hear the phasing. It's a little sound. Very, very high frequency. And yeah, you're running really fast because you don't want to look at it because it's probably not going to look good. So
Scary.
And I just try to
Oh,
keep
man.
making as much noise behind me, like dragging my weapons across the walls to create sparks, just
oh
screaming.
yeah, there you go. So yeah, you're doing that. You're creating a lot of noise, and then I assume you just jump over Ian. And,
Actually, right behind him with my shuriken pistol out.
well, you want to get out of the field of fire because there's like all along the far wall.
So
there's,
I'll find some outcropping above him.
you could
and
just
point
jump
down.
to the side. Like you come out of the tunnel, bounding to the side. There's literally like guardsmen, mutants, and then of course you three. I forgot. Did they give you a gun? Do you have a
Nah,
gun?
he doesn't have a
spaceship?
shooter.
All right.
He's got
Oh,
a,
I got a chopper
chopper.
and my stick.
All right. So
What's
you're
your psychic powers again?
It's
they're all
mainly
prophecies.
they're probably prophecy.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So yeah, Gork and Mork. Actually, no, you get a laser gun. So go ahead and roll at 0 ballistic skill. So or what? Do you have ballistic skill?
Nope.
All right, just roll agility.
Flat would just be agility, so 3 dice.
Yeah.
I just want to see if the orc hits.
They never do, though.
Yeah, I know.
Well, my wrath die is a 6.
All right.
Have the glory.
So he makes a lot of noise and hits nothing, but it looks great.
No, he hits it. It doesn't do any damage.
I was like, you know what? What's the orc quote? It's like suppressing Dogok.
Yeah, well, no, literally, that's half of what they do with their guns. It's to make noise and look cool, and then they close range with.
So like with that, I guess I succeed in that.
Yeah. You just be,
And then I realized I scored some hits too. Like
Actually, no, it was a shotgun. It was a woo because they do have shotguns. Yeah. So yeah, none of you have to roll because like there's like 12 guns. There's at least 20 guns on it.
Yeah.
And the sheer volume of firepower, it takes a good minute for you roaring at the top of your lungs. Cease fire. Yeah. Because you're in a tunnel too, or like you're in a cavern.
Ballistic skill check to see if Ian made it.
mop.
No, weirdly enough, the mutants weren't really concerned with that.
No,
There was a bit of friendly fire that way. Ian redeemed himself. It's dead. But actually, a good number. Some of them scream in panic as they see this thing because everyone had to make fear tests.
Sure.
But that one instant,
Just normal. There's just normal townsfolk facing down the monster in their backyard.
yeah, but it's a masterful ambush, and the monster didn't expect you to willingly sacrifice somebody as bait, so it pounces on
Wow,
the
wow, this monster doesn't know anything.
Actually,
That's what you
did
get
any
for
of them
being a
drop any of their
heretic.
melee weapons?
Huh?
Did any of the mutants drop their melee weapons during this, or?
I mean, probably, but you're off to the side. I mean,
Well, once the firing's done,
Yeah.
just take something that looks like the Warhammer variant of a cutlass, go
Yeah.
up and stick it in.
you do so to its rapidly dissolving body. It's going back into the warp. It's a warp. It's only temporarily flesh.
So, but just
but there's nothing left. There's very little of Ian too. So like he is got shredded, like Scarface level shredded. Like he is.
The
So
Emperor does
just
not.
and kneel down. This is why you treat your crew with respect.
The Emperor does not protect heretics.
yeah. So all that is left is to find the cult's lair, which means so you can send everybody out in a big search grid, assuming there's not another chimera, or you could go out as the vanguard.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna go out as the vanguard. Like, yeah, no, Dark Angels don't exactly have a fond feeling towards mutants, but like, yeah, I also don't feel like I want to send a bunch of people out to die for no reason.
That's fair.
The
Who
administration
won't even
fine.
give me information back? You know, it's just a waste in the.
Don't we assume that they're in
my
the
way.
cave?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, no. So would that be awareness checks or stealth
Yep.
checks?
Awareness. I mean, you're in Terminator armor. You ain't stealth. And
I
shit.
do have stealth
Just him
though.
or all of us?
I mean, you want to be sneaky. Like, I mean, if you're all teamed together as like a fire team, like,
Yeah.
you're not.
So all of us
So
are
just
just
awareness.
Everyone has awareness. Yeah.
I'm very aware.
You can make a
That's-
psychic text if you want to use your psychic powers.
What's the difficulty, Ross?
5.
5. I got one shift.
Okay.
all right. 1, 2, 3, 4,
6.
5, 6, 7.
Okay, well, add another in there.
Okay.
I got 7.
Okay. Yeah.
So
With 7, yeah, all of you are doing quite well.
I was gonna say, did any of us not make that one?
Yeah.
most of us got shifts on that one.
Yeah. It's like, I think we flying the fuck out of it. I was like,
So-
it's like, wait, Gork and Mork say go that way.
Well,
Yeah.
they're probably chanting.
Oh no, there's no chanting. In fact, they're trying to be quiet.
It's like,
But-
it's like, shut up. It's like, stop. I gotta chant.
Yeah, it's the cavern, the place where they stopped digging, and you find they basically started carved. There's chaos symbols carved into the wall, and there are.
Oh, I know what that does to you. You get that look when you see those symbols.
There
To
are.
the ground.
Is that? Wait, is it? We're
Well, it's
eating
rock.
steak
You can't,
tonight.
you can't burn it. Also, this is the bottom of the whole facility. You burn that, everything collapses. Possibly. You're not a structural engineer, but you.
Well, okay, we'll burn the people down.
You could have the
Acid etch it to the ground.
There you go. You could do that. There's also a lot of remains of mutants, or mostly human remains that have been clearly sacrificed. Their hearts cut out.
Do we recognize which of the 4 it is they're sacrificing to, or were they just? Was this just
Cunning.
an all call?
I would allow cunning or scholar for that.
I can do
I can scholar at
I can
9.
and I can do cunning.
Pugnus, by the way, is now guarding the prisoner and, of course, the Farsi as well.
Okay.
That's important.
Good.
That's why Pugnus is involved.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What's the difficulty?
I have a 7.
Got it.
5, just 5. But
All right.
on
So
cunning.
with 7, you recognize these as symbols of Slanish.
So it's still.
And yeah, it seems to be symbols beseeching Slanish for escape. Let us ascend and serve you. Let us escape through the warp. That kind of thing. So, yeah, you get there. There are some robed the cultists there. They are literally cornered, and they only have ritual daggers and knives, so they don't really have much of a chance against you. And they you basically corner them, and they're just, they're wearing masks, they're cloth masks as well, so like you don't know who they are.
Drop it.
They charge.
Kill the heretic.
You kill them all, and the place is secure. So
we take their masks off and see
yep.
who they were.
Mm-hmm. You do. You could take their with taking essentially photos of them. You actually everyone how'd you roll in your awareness checks? Did everybody do super well or whatever?
I think everybody had at least one shift.
Okay.
Yeah.
With that shift, I'll let you say you could recognize some of them as the bureaucrats.
Okay.
That figures.
Yeah. So you're pretty sure Gerard is the leader then?
He's not down here though.
Mm-mm.
Well,
I'm not taking these letters to anybody.
I'm pretty sure you have more than enough to pass judgment.
You can give me an investigation check. Actually, anybody can give me an investigation check.
Yeah, I can't.
All right. All right. Well, then you don't have to.
Well, I guess I could roll intellect.
Yeah,
it's a good roll intellect.
Yeah.
1.
Okay.
Wow.
This is
5.
I got a glory.
Okay.
Nothing.
And then I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
All right. With 5s, you just succeed.
Okay.
So you can figure out 2 more things about the cult, if you want.
Okay.
How to undo this?
Well, it looks like whatever they were they were still learning. Essentially, they didn't have access to much information. They were just figuring out from scratch from the dreams they were getting from Slaanesh. So they weren't very far along in their quest. They had just apparently only recently figured out how to summon monsters. But they, if you kill the leader and identify the rest of the cult members, you'll be fine. That's how you stop it. And so. Obviously this is more of an Inquisitor thing, but like if you get the leader, you might, so kill the rest of the cult members. There's nothing in motion that you have to like
immediately stop,
disable or stop. There's no ritual ongoing.
They're not,
so that's one thing.
They're not poisoning a planet's food source or something.
Yeah.
Like that. All right. Well, I'll be selfish. Can I figure out what the connection is back with Black Cleaver and his people? Like, is there any connection with this cult to what they're doing?
Yes, you do. You see that symbol of Black Cleaver's criminal organization. Apparently, your target is somehow connected to Slaanesh, and
Makes sense.
You get the idea that Slaanesh was only going to grant this cult what they wanted in exchange for helping them secure the Jokero, because this highly respected servant of Slaanesh wanted them. So whoever your ultimate target is very high up in the or very fondly thought of by Slaanesh. So you're guessing, what you realize from this is that if you plant yourself on they're not going to give up at this. They're going to keep going after Jokero. So if you stay near the Jokero, your target will come to you eventually.
Simple enough.
Yep. So that's very important for you.
Yep.
Also, you don't really need Black Cleaver anymore. Because now you know what you need to do next. Go ingratiate yourself with some talking apes with super weapons.
It's like my honeymoon.
Yeah. This is something really. So the thing is, you know it's in the cult is in the bureaucrats. Of course, you don't know that no one else is in the bureaucracy. Yeah. So,
right.
So standard kind of Imperial paranoia there. You do have a psyker, but can you trust what he says about who's a cultist and who's not? You could have him do a prophetic vision to see who's in the.
I'm game.
Yeah.
How about you, Tom? You game for doing some prophesying? You're a little psychic bloodhound.
Let me think about. Yeah, let's do it.
I forgot to mention, I do have actually psychosensitivity on mine, but I don't have any skill with it. So
okay, well, yeah, that's
for later.
Yeah, basically. So Tom, if you want to, you can give me a prophetic
vision.
Yep.
Yeah.
These are the chaos.
Was that a 1 on the?
No, it's a 3.
Okay.
I'm gonna spend a point of wrath.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, I don't reroll. This one. Das better. 3, 4.
4 good enough?
4. Okay, let me look.
Those are probably the Space Marines we're eventually going to fight in this campaign if we keep going against Lanesh. Those are the ones that are allied with him or serve him.
Yeah, you chose a really hard discipline, by the way, Tom. By the rules, it would be 10.
That's practically impossible.
Yeah, no, I mean, you did it last time with getting a lot of 6s and shit.
Yeah.
But I am going to be nicer because, yeah, I don't think that's... yeah. So, I will say, do you have any wrath left?
I spent 1.
So you have 1 left?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll say if you spend your other sense of point of wrath, you can basically get you've got the cult scent, and so yeah, you can psychically detect them now.
All right, just do my orc ritual.
Yep. So basically, yeah. How does this? What in terms of like how the other people see and what you perceive in your own head? How is this manifesting? Is Gork and Mork telling you basically who's rotten with chaos and who isn't, or what?
Essentially, it's like I duck down, with the stick in hand, eyes glowing green, and then the other like not being controlled by me, but just the hand just.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And
so you're a radar detector essentially,
yeah.
or a divining rod for chaos. All right. So yeah, you get out of the tunnels. You clean up the signs of chaos.
Basically, the whole time, arms pointing out, just keeps pointing like, all right, we're going this way now, over here.
So the question is, as you're going on your way up, how do you want to just take the elevator back up and like, hey, Gerard, come here, or like, do you want to take an access staircase up, or like, how do you want to deal? How are you going to approach Gerard and his remaining cultists?
Your area of expertise, sister.
But like, heretic.
Oh, I know. I think that stairs is a good idea because I don't trust the elevator anymore.
Okay.
And how much subtlety do you have any sense of how many more
Do I?
cultists
No,
there
you
are?
can only tell when.
I just know the direction.
You just know the direction of it, so yeah.
So we need to take them out relatively silently. We could have a big meeting room where we call people in.
Yeah, well, we could tell them like okay, we defeated them onto the dangerous pass. Now we need to make sure that you guys are safe before we go, kind of thing.
Or are we doing the surprise Bartleby and Loki boardroom meeting from Dogma?
Or you could do it as the cops. Hey, like a
You want a space boat?
you want a space boat? Come and claim your. Gerard, you're so valuable to the Empire. We're going to take you to a new planet.
That's true.
With blackjack and hookers.
Come here to claim your space boat. So you could do
You
that.
want a cruise
Yeah.
of eternal damnation.
So yeah, you could do that.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
All right. So you take the staircase up. You could radio Daphne if you want her to do something, assuming you still trust her.
Yeah, I think that I trust her. She's a
guard.
she's an Imperial.
Mm-hmm.
Guard.
She's a guardswoman.
Astra military. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that I still trust her.
Okay.
I mean, she let me on the thing and she spoke up for my Xenos.
Yeah.
So, I'm just gonna tell her not to lock lock things down.
Okay.
Like, don't let people just be freewheeling moving. Like,
Okay.
since she's got guards everywhere, she can do that.
All right. So she puts everyone on lockdown.
Yeah.
Okay. So you get to the back to the main or not above the mushroom farm, the sort of the worker level. Or do you want to go all the way to the top to the surface level before you spring your trap?
I think all the way to the top. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you make your way all the way to the top, and you're telling Gerard. You're just going to say, "Hey, meet us here. We want to take you off this world for your heroism, that kind of."
Yeah, the launch pad. Yep.
All right. So this is a deception check. Do you have deception?
I do.
Yay!
It's my best hockey skill.
I don't lie because I want you to know I'm coming.
All right. He's going to try and not detect this bullshit.
All right. Well, I rolled pretty good.
There's always that.
Yeah, there's always one.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4.
She gets some more.
How many do we need?
Well, it's an opposed roll. So, what do you got?
I got 5.
All right, that beats his 3.
Okay.
So that's how that works out.
Yeah.
So Gerard.
Ow.
Ooh.
Yep.
That's good. all
Gork and
good.
Bork teaching you modesty.
It's like, thank you. I needed that.
So yeah, tell me how this plays out. He shows up like the idiot that he is.
Does he bring his entourage as well? With
Yeah.
him? All right. Yeah.
They're all. We're ready to go. We'll take your Xenocraft to.
Are they all heretics?
Oh yeah, they're all.
What do you say they take my Xenocraft? Like, nobody gets on my ship without permission.
Well, I mean, when I was called, they said that they would have permission.
Boys,
Yeah.
it's time to burn them.
Okay.
You
So
don't technically have a flamer, you know.
Open fire.
Yeah. As they walk out, I discard one of the plaques that had been carved, and just kind of throw it down in front of them. And
okay. All right. So there's momentary shock. I assume everyone.
I'm actually gonna.
and then yes,
Is that, can I have that gun again?
Administrator, you have been judged for your crimes against the Emperor.
I am the law.
Man.
And general lack of sense when trying to summon things from the warp.
Like, also, you're terrible cultists. Terrible.
All right.
Sister.
Yeah.
I'm already open fire.
You've been firing this entire time we've been talking. They're already dead.
No,
We're
she
just talking
held
about
off so you could say the cool lie. You have been found wanting, and then she started shooting. So yeah, it's pretty quick. There's a big mess in the meeting room.
Seriously, do you want to swap your bolter for a flamer? Like, that's a legit battle.
Yeah, you can get a flamer here. The tech priest will definitely
An
build you a
additional
flamer.
flamer? Like,
I
don't want to
think you
carry a flamer on a normal basis just when I'm ready to, like, kill me some heretics.
Okay.
They'll build you a nice carrying case for it.
That's
so,
great.
The Hello Kitty.
So you do a sweep of the remaining people of the settlement. You find one more chaos cultist.
I should just like.
You
Power
didn't
fist.
even.
All right, yeah.
The other cultists didn't even like you. They were going to leave you here, and then we shoot him.
I was
No.
at work. They didn't tell it. Those jerks.
Oh god, no! It is like Dogma now. It's like, and all of you are not heretics.
Yeah.
Good for you.
So on the word, I mean, some radical inquisitors would be okay with like, oh, the Zeno said he's a chaos cultist, we better kill him. But like, there could be some Puritan inquisitor you did what?
Yeah. Well, it's a good thing we're working for a pretty radical.
I've been told my methods are unorthodox.
Yeah.
But they get results.
So you saved Skagtoria, 617.
Yay.
And
remember what I told you about Gork and Mork, gentlemen?
just as you're cleaning, just shortly after you, like literally, his brains are still on the wall, just floating down after you've just executed the last cultist. There's an alarm. The USBC says, "The Jokero ship, it's in system. It's just been picked up by my sensors." And you all head to the command center to see it on a big screen. Essentially, it's not a video because you don't have satellites, but you get there's the Jokero blip, there's the Chaos blip, and like, oh no, I warned them, but they're approaching. Oh no! I hope they can survive the battle from the Chaos vessel, and then the Chaos vessel's just gone.
Yeah.
Like, just
Don't think we have anything to worry about.
Yeah.
like, it's like, all right, I don't. What just
You
happened?
turn to the external cameras, like that point up at the sky, and there's like, in about 10 seconds, it was just a big explosion.
It's like, do it again.
Just one. I need to.
Then a Vox comes
These
on.
are my kind of people.
The PA systems at the settlement just like all turn on at the same time. Hey, we're here. Did y'all bring us synthesizer some of that stuff? That'd be real cool if you did.
I love that they said like y'all, like, hey y'all.
They do want banana pudding.
Yeah.
It's like, is it any good?
God, I'm just imagining right now.
Yeah, they have a sample of what does
We
face
have a
rubber
sample of
We
it.
do have.
Okay, you know what?
We
We're gonna do it this
Can you
way.
synthesize
All right, yeah.
that so
Yeah.
we can make sure that we have the recipe?
I've already. That's like I've already asked for it. So
It is
we're
the most
good.
delicious thing I've ever had.
All right.
It's like, I see why you brought me.
So yeah, we'll end there as you make contact with the mutant Jokero that like bananas. So
That is amazing.
yeah. So that was the Pilgrims, I guess the episode technically too. As you saved Skagtoria 617, and your story shall be told through the ages, although they probably will leave out the Xenos or rewrite you as other Space Marines or something. So,
I need to get a publicist.
Octavius the Astropath wants to come with you because he's too depressed otherwise, and he has nothing to do here because, he's an Astropath.
It's like, hey, this
Poor little
I think,
robot
like,
man.
wait, there's space in my room.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
But yeah, the Eldar
Two
vessel.
psychers getting together.
The Jokero ship is like capital ship sized.
Yeah.
And you could actually like fly your entire ship into its hangar bay. But we'll do that next time. As you got to find out what the hell these Jokero's deal is for. And you are now realize that you need to stay and watch them because your target will come to you sooner or later. Or at least it'll be this thing where his agents will come in increasingly difficult waves until finally he's like, fine, I'll go do it myself. So you'll have to kill a whole bunch of his, followers and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, sir, I'm sorry.
They never just want to do it themselves.
Until I find it. Sir, I'm sorry, but I believe we've run out of henchmen.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's going to take a while. This is chaos. We're talking about. So, question, comments, discussion, guys. Have fun too.
Oh, yeah.
No, I like this. This is a really interesting format I think we're going for here. So, I'm looking forward to doing this.
Yeah.
All right.
I think it's going to be good.
So every adventure is just going to be like the Jokero are going to jump into this system and see what the fuck's going on, and then all right. So we'll talk to you guys next time.
Bye.